the stream going. Make sure you're good.
I forgot you had windows in your room, Jim. Your old room.
Oh, yeah.
I poked my head in there. Laura's moving shit.
Yeah.
Is it going to be a Pilates studio?
I think so.
Nice.
Get our theme
cool.
song going.
Nice. That or a sweat lodge.
2 seconds of the Seinfeld intro here.
I've done
Sweat
it a few
yoga.
times. It's kind of cool.
I just like to be more flexible.
I gotta get surgeries. My hips, dude. My hips are fucked. Both of them. Wow.
What's up, people?
We are here,
Project Ion, episode
right?
27, I think.
Yeah.
It's a special episode. It's all 90s
That's right.
material. Welcome back to the 90s.
Ooh.
Spurge, how are you?
Yeah, brought suckers. I am
Thank
good.
you.
I am well. It's
Yeah.
been a while.
You get these are kind of 90s-ish.
Oh my God, these are so
The
90s.
super
Yeah.
super blow pop.
Super blow pops.
Oh, grape was my jam.
They're the big jam ones too.
Ooh.
But then I got some, and those were only 40 cents each, and the little ones, which were like, I don't know, there's some special blow poppy flavor, were 25 cents each. So plug for the Sugar Shack.
Dude, this like brings back.
Hard to beat a blow pop.
Sugar Shack is twice as big now too. There's twice as much candy in there.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, they bought the one next to it, expanded.
Oh, the Sugar Shack.
And it's beautiful.
Yeah, I heard that on the radio.
Yep,
Cool.
big fan. I like candy.
Trevor, what's up, man?
Trevor's here.
Not yet. Hanging loose.
Yeah. Big trip to New York recently.
Yep. Real fun.
I got up to speed on that. That was cool.
Went to knock,
Yep.
huh?
Yeah, it was not fun.
Yeah.
Good food. That was it.
No, see, I have no desire to go to that city.
Pretty expensive there, I think.
I've told Megan it's just too big.
Yeah.
There's too many people.
Yeah.
I think Chicago's too big. I don't like Chicago.
Yeah.
And they're all assholes. New York are more assholes.
Yes. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
I like Chicago proper. I don't like the suburbs.
No.
Adam, how are you?
I'm great.
Glad you're back with us
I
again.
couldn't be much better if I tried.
Hell yeah, man. Well, we've got 4 90s aficionados here today.
Yes.
I was there.
We've all been through it, I think, in its entirety. So
We did
Yep.
all experience. All
Trev
of the
barely.
90s.
Barely, but I was,
Trev
But it
barely
was your
got in there.
formidable years.
I was there.
Trevor's our late 90s expert
there.
because that's probably what you've got the most background with, huh?
I always
Late
call myself
90s.
child of the 80s. It's because I like their music better.
Yeah.
Well, it's because the music was probably better.
Well, that's a great segue. We might as well start getting into the
Yeah, let's
subject
talk
matter.
about this because
Bruce
I hate
Springsteen, the
80s
Police,
music.
oh my gosh.
So, okay.
How can you hate Springsteen?
Because Def Leppard was there too.
And John Mellencamp.
And Poison.
Boys, 90s episode. 90s.
Man.
I would marry Brett Michaels.
I know you would.
I totally
You've been
would.
giving him handies since we were at the pool.
I totally would.
I don't know. Those big blue eyes are hard to say no to.
I mean,
Okay, so we got a list here of who ruled the 90s, 100 biggest artists of the
I don't
decade.
remember Lauryn Hill.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't she a Fuji?
Fuji, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, she was the lead singer of the Fugees.
Dr. Dre, obvious.
That was
Yeah.
a good.
Yeah.
I remember when that one came out. I was in middle school and went to a high school football game. Didn't go to the game because they were getting just blown out. Went and sat in a car in the parking lot. Listened to that record. Because I couldn't own it. That had the parental advisory. My folks by then had caught on. It took them a little bit, but the Snoop Dogg Doggy Style album, then they figured out what the parental advisory thing meant.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I had a question about what I'm eating. Remember those super blow pops with the bubble gum in the middle? That's what we're sucking on.
Yeah. Blow pops. Warren G.
Suck it
Spurge.
big, bro.
I'm gonna all the way.
I took mine down before the air to avoid the smacking. Warren G.
Yep.
Regulators.
Yeah, man.
That was early. That was probably like, no, 92.
Weeks charted 113.
Hot
Not
damn.
bad. 7 hits in the 90s.
I don't remember.
Oh, Third Eye Blind.
Yeah, that was
Classic
huge.
90s band.
That was
were.
very big. They were performing for free in Des Moines one time. Saw them. Fun. Still fun. I can't remember though. What were their big hits? Because they had
Semi-Charmed Life.
Okay.
Something else to get me
because
through
there were
this.
so many bands that
Semi-charmed
sounded
kind of
just
life,
like them, right?
baby. Oh yeah, there were.
Yep.
That whole sound.
Jumper, you know that one, don't
Yep.
you?
Oh, down you step up front.
Okay.
Seal.
Seal,
That guy was
yep.
creeped me out.
All for One. Now,
He's straight up
those
blurple.
guys are the really tight harmonies. That
so
was,
black,
that
he's
was the
purple.
shit. I really missed that on the radio.
So yeah,
I hated it at the time,
All for One.
but I really miss those tight harmonies.
Oh,
They're
man.
fantastic.
I can't stand it. It reminds me of.
I'm drawing a
the-
blank on them for some reason.
Yeah, I swear.
Oh, that's
That's them?
Yeah, or boys, or
I thought
boys,
that was Boys to Men.
or
Okay.
Boys to Men.
Yeah, I'm
No,
down
they
there.
were all the same. They were all wrapped in.
Interchangeable.
Yeah, they all
Yeah.
were very
Yep.
very similar.
The R&B.
Right.
Well, and is it true that some of that stuff gave rise to the boy band thing, like the NSYNC
See,
and the
probably
Backstreet
yeah.
Boys?
But I mean, those guys relied more on their harmonies and their vocals. Like, I would say that they're much more talented together as a group than the boys bands. The boy bands were like all setting up. You solo here, you solo here, you solo here, you solo here. Hit a chorus. These
So-
guys are just like whole time, like just harmonize.
These guys are carrying over from like freaking Motown to Detroit.
well, yeah.
I mean, that's that's kind of how I see them, and I don't put them in that boy band category in any way.
Oh, I do. Because my cousin was drooling. She got tickets to Boys to Men, and I still
People
remember her
drool
being
over the Temptations
super
too. Ooh,
excited.
go back up.
And I just
Yeah,
could
George
not be
Michael.
excited
I
for
didn't
her.
like music at the time, but I'm really into it now.
Gotta say, I really like George Michael now. I didn't as much when he was alive.
No, man, I liked him when he was with Wham. Wasn't he Wham?
Oh, the Chili
It
Peppers.
was him and Andy. Chili Peppers are fantastic.
Classic.
Do you believe in love after love?
Share.
Yeah.
One of my coworker just went to her concert up in Sioux Falls.
How old
no,
is she
Fargo
now?
Dorm. She was 74 years old that week.
Oh my god.
74.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
And she put on a 2-hour show with Amy. Wish she would have counted the dressing changes, but she said it was at least like
There was-
8-10.
Yeah. I had a friend who went up
She
to
crazy.
the show in the cities, and she videoed some stuff, and it was phenomenal. She was
yeah.
on game.
Nuts.
Yeah, she's a wild
Depeche Mode.
wild lady. Bone Thugs. Saw them in Iowa
Bone
City.
Thugs, yep, classic.
Bone Thugs and Harmony.
They're all classic.
Wilson
see-
Phillips.
well, yeah,
wasn't
dude,
Carney
we're talking
Wilson
about the
in Playboy
90s.
about 19 years ago?
What's
I wish I would've-
Wasn't Carney
yeah,
Wilson in
said that.
Playboy in the mid 2000s?
Oh, Wilson Phillips. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Carney Wilson.
Never heard of them.
So far, the sad thing is the only thing that's on my playlist, like that I listen to on a regular basis, is Seal, "Kissed by a Rose."
You know, you've heard Wilson.
It's on my
You
most
hear it if
played
you know
on
it if you heard it.
Spotify.
Hold on, Trevor.
Do you watch Shameless?
Oh yeah,
You are fucking that dude.
which one?
The one that always plays Kiss by a Rose when he's having sex. My treasure, my power, my favorite. The boyfriend who dates the daughter
I'm gonna have
and
to
the
find that
and the
on YouTube
mom.
now.
He belongs to Sexaholics Anonymous.
So
The boyfriend of the crazy
Yeah.
mom,
Can't,
the agoraphobic
Can't
mom.
stand
the
the
one go outside of her
ASPCA
house.
commercials because
Oh,
of
yeah.
Sarah McLachlan. It's all her
Oh.
fault, and I don't stick around long enough
What's his
to see the
name?
number
Kelly
donate.
Jesse. It's a girl guy name.
Yeah. Okay. Nope. I know what you're talking about now. I was
Yeah.
trying to think. That's old. That's older in the seasons.
Yes,
Okay,
it's like season
okay.
4.
Yeah.
Metallica, there it is.
Yep.
Maceface has a Metallica tattoo.
I'm surprised they're that far up.
Load.
I would think Metallica would be
Get it,
you know, like
Spurge?
top 30.
Load.
Yeah, I kind
Formal
of agree.
protest. Jewel.
Yes, Mason.
Yep, got it,
Classic.
buddy.
Get it.
Yep.
Lenny Kravitz, fantastic.
See, okay, this
P. Diddy, that album, I remember. But the Notorious B.I.G. album,
this seems a little disrespectful to me.
Why?
Biggie, 55. I feel like he should be
up.
up a little higher.
Spice Girls should be higher too.
Yeah.
But I mean, if we're
No, 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 no,
if
no,
we're
no,
talking
no, no,
about pure
no, 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 no,
90s
no, no, no.
form, like 90s hip hop, it's hard for me to call. I mean, well, early 90s though. Biggie and Tupac ran the world. Biggie should be ahead of Tupac. My opinion only.
Well, Tupac's ahead because he's dead.
They're both dead.
Oh.
They both died within a year of each other.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought.
Yeah, East Coast, West Coast.
Okay.
Boom, boom.
Boom, boom. Yep.
Who
Love
shot
that.
ya?
Back that state.
Separate
okay.
the
I
I
weak
could have
from the
sworn Tupac's still
obsolete.
alive. Is that what they say?
Yeah, he's in Cuba.
Yeah.
We got something to litigate
With his
here,
mom.
though. Adam is not in favor of bumping
I'm
up the
not.
Spice Girls.
Oh, dude, I'm
No.
all about
Look
it.
at all these hits, Adam.
Knock them down
Wanna
to
be-
like maybe 94, 95.
What?
Yeah,
Adam.
Spice
In
Girls.
popularity, they were huge.
That's
I
blasphemous.
know they were huge. I just don't like their music.
Those broads are huge.
Come on.
Okay, who was your Spice Girl though?
Mine was Baby Spice.
Sporty.
Mine too.
Baby
Emma.
Spice, all the way.
Oh,
Who was the redhead? Oh, Ginger.
Ginger.
Yeah,
I was,
she-
I was
she-
Ginger Spice.
She was the naughty one.
Yeah,
You know what our
she's the one
dog's
that
name
those
was
nude
growing
pics
up?
were released,
No.
and then they
Emma.
like fell off the face
You know
of
what
the
her middle
planet.
name
Oh,
was?
yeah.
Was oh
You know what her
Emma?
middle name was?
What?
Victoria. Because that was Tay's favorite Spice Girl.
Oh, Tay
I
has
know.
bad
Tay
taste.
liked Tay liked which one?
The,
Scary, right?
The one that got
Posh.
married to David
Oh,
Beckham.
she's posh. Yeah, Beckham's.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
like the most
Beckham's
boring one.
Spice.
I know. That was
Oh,
Tay's
Tay.
favorite. Mine was Emma. So our dog's name was
God
Emma
damn it,
Victoria.
Emma, baby. Baby
Yes,
That's why you
Spice.
She
don't
was
let
cute.
your brother name
She was
your
the
dog.
blonde.
Yep.
She was cute. She was inside me and Preston Wagner's locker that we shared.
yeah.
Emma and Dominique Mucciano, the gymnast.
Oh, I had a huge like 5th grade crush on
Yeah.
the Spice Girls.
Yeah.
For
Oh,
So
my jam.
being the younger
Sting. That's
member of this
Should be on the
committee
list.
here, my first cassette was either Van Halen or Sammy Hagar. I don't remember which one it was. My first CD was the Spice Girls.
Ooh, boy. I never owned.
Oh no, that was
I couldn't
was
own.
numero
I borrowed.
uno for me.
I borrowed a lot, and I think eventually Preston Wagner burned me a copy of his sister's.
Leanne Rimes is another one who fell off the planet.
sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think she just had like a
Next?
life. I remember her. She's Canadian.
I don't remember Next.
Yeah. That
Boy
put on a
band.
blank there. Montel, I remember Montel.
I know.
Pumpkins, obviously.
Smashing Pumpkins, of course.
Pumpkins. Billy Corgan's a dick, from what I hear.
Jay-Z. Goo Goo Dolls. I
Jay
can see
Z.
that.
That was back when Jizza was. Now he's a billionaire. I just read that the other day.
Yep.
Jay Z is worth $1 billion.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what that's like.
I don't even think
Not
that's
bad.
with Beyonce.
I just
That's
can't
just
imagine.
Jizza.
Independently.
Yeah.
It's not even a real figure.
Vanessa Williams. I always confused her with who? An athlete of sorts. Not the Williams sisters.
Vanessa Hudgens.
Possibly. I don't remember.
I don't know my Vanessas that well.
What did she sing, Jimbo? Vanessa Williams.
Running back.
Vanessa, saving the best for last.
Save
Love
the
is.
best
I
for
have no idea.
Colors in the
Colors in
Wind,
the-
like from Pocahontas.
That must be.
Okay.
Because I think the spelling of colors is the same.
Yeah, I gotta agree with some of this list that Seal is more memorable and better than Vanessa Williams.
No, dude. I think it's going down. So,
Hmm.
number one. So, Seal sucks.
Yeah. Well,
Which, I mean, we can all agree on.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. That
Oh, okay.
that she is above Jay-Z, Biggie. Like,
She shouldn't be above
That's what I'm
Biggie.
saying. That
Yeah, that's crap. Sheryl Crow.
Okay,
Okay, now we're getting
Backstreet
the boy.
Boys.
Yeah.
I would be in favor of bumping them down.
it depends what you're talking about. You're talking about like as far as what you enjoyed,
Quit
or as
playing
far as
games with
memorable and who
Pure
actually
90s.
owned the 90s.
I mean, those guys rocked the 90s.
If you're talking about owning the 90s,
Frosted Tips.
Look,
I
I
mean,
just don't want them.
nobody-
I don't want them at 36. I
The-
want them at like 70.
Two.
you know, honestly, I don't know. I mean, look at all of the songs
know,
that they
man.
had that you know were radio hits.
Well, they all went crazy.
that's what I'm saying. Are you going by what you liked? Or are you going by what's memorable? Because
I'm
talking
going
about
by
the
both.
Michael
I mean-
Jackson should not be in the 90s. I have to argue with this.
I
one.
would agree with you.
Yeah, you know,
I have
it,
to argue there.
it feels wrong, sort of.
It does.
But
Well, okay, let's.
I mean, look how black
at,
he still is.
Look at the hits
Like-
that they're listening.
well,
No,
and this is a Thriller album cover.
that is a Thriller album color.
Okay, so I
cover.
guess these are the
Yes.
90s hits, black or white. I remember that.
Yep.
Remember the time? I'm drawing a blank there.
what's
All the
your
rest
favorite
of
Michael
these-
Jackson song, Jimbo?
Bad.
Probably Billie Jean.
Wasn't-
Baseline.
Ooh,
is
Billie
just-
Jean's
Will
good.
You Be There? Wasn't that from the Jackson 5?
What?
Will You Be There? Look at number 7 on that list.
Oh yeah, I think you're right.
Just call my name.
I'll be
I'll be there.
Hootie.
Hootie, that's got
He's
to be.
still
on the list,
he's
yep.
still touring.
He hates being called Hootie, though. Darius Rucker. My name's not
Should have
Hootie, it's
named your
Darius.
band Hootie and the Blowfish then.
Darius and the
Darius.
Blowfish doesn't have the same ring to it.
Rod Stewart. That's 80s again for me.
So these people, Richard Marx, John Cicada.
No.
John Cicada. Yeah,
Cicada.
What's
he
the
had a couple
song?
good songs, but he should have been
What's
lower.
the song? I don't remember any
Just
John's.
Yeah, what? I'm drawing a blank.
I've got it on my list.
Monica. I remember Monica and Salt and Pepper.
Yep.
Push, dude. I listen to Salt and Pepper at least once a week.
Salt and Pepper's great in concert.
I never saw them live, but I listen to them on my. I have a old school rap Sirius channel I listen to. It's LL Cool J's channel.
What's the number?
It is 45,
Shade?
maybe.
45.
No,
Shade.
45 Shade. 44 is Hip Hop Nation. 43. It's 43.
Yeah.
It's 2 down from Shade.
Yeah, no, Salt
The
and
one I've
Pepper's
been-
touring right now with New Kids on the Block, Tiffany,
Hang tough.
Bubble's 90s.
Ace of Base.
Have you heard
Yeah,
That
I was just
big.
going to mention, I feel like there's an argument to be made that Ace of Base is the 90th.
The most 90th?
That is the
90s.
most 90s. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is the sign of the 90s.
Throwing back serious. Have you listened to Turbo 41? It's all early 2000s rock hits.
No.
No, not the 90s, obviously, but talking about like throwback rap jams.
I don't
Color
like.
Me Bad.
I don't
LL
like
Cool
that
J,
rock.
Oh, really?
I like
Babyface.
60s.
Oh,
See, look at where they got Pac.
Oh,
Spurge.
I'm a hippie.
23.
Yeah, I don't know. He was popular, but everyone. I didn't think he was. So, Pac talked about the streets. My big thing with rap is I like a guy that's been there. Biggie Smalls sold crack in Brooklyn. He was a crack dealer. Tupac went to fucking Juilliard.
Did he really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, his mom was a very influential poet. Pac went to Juilliard. Even Snoop Dogg, who I adore. I love Snoop Doggy Dogg. He's fantastic. He was bought into the gang. Like, he was a good rapper, and then they paid the gang a bunch of money, the Crips, to say he was a member. He wasn't a gang member. He was a little nerd who was a very talented lyricist. And,
I didn't know that.
yeah, not thugs.
I didn't
Interesting.
know that.
Yep, thug love.
I don't remember.
I think
him
this
vote.
whole list, it depends on what metric
Yeah.
you're using, because the argument for either Biggie or Tupac is there depending on what
Tunes
you're
are-
going with to judge the metric.
SWV. Who's that?
Aerosmith's
no
pretty
idea.
fantastic.
Yeah.
That's pretty 90s. Beavis and Butthead Do America?
Aerosmith takes me back to Armageddon every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah. Prince.
Prince, yeah.
Okay, let's talk about Prince. Oh, he is fantastic. He's better than Michael Jackson.
I've never gotten into Prince very much.
Oh.
So listen.
I would
listen
say
to,
he's fantastic, but he's not my kind of music.
listen to Prince's first album, and while you're listening to it, remember that he's playing every track on that album.
Yeah.
Every track of every
instrument,
song.
yeah.
Yep.
Well, yeah, he was the best of everything in his whole band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, also think about when he died, they opened up the vault, and he has enough music to release a new album every month for the next, 20 years.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Hundreds of thousands of hours of unreleased music.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Well, yeah, he had all sorts of recording studios in his home, Basic Park.
Yeah, I think he had every room mic'd up so that no matter what,
If something hit,
if something hit, he could
could-
just start recording. Like if he's in the
Correct.
kitchen, just grab a guitar off the wall and,
Have fun.
whatever.
and that's what it would be. It'd be grabbing a guitar off the wall.
Yeah. I mean, and that's cool and all, and I don't take away anything from the music and stuff. I just never got into the songs that much. I mean,
Yeah, he's not my kind of music.
yeah.
I don't dispute talented or popular, but
So would you go so far as to say overrated, Trev?
huh?
Would you go so far as to say overrated? On
No,
Prince, or-
I think the talent and I think popularity is there across the board, just not my flavor.
Yeah.
Like I think he deserves everything of 18, if not. If you're talking about if you're talking about 80s icons,
Oh, we got
he's
some
top
comments.
20
on-
all day.
We got comments on Prince. Gerald Greenberg says Prince is the most overrated musician in history.
Gerald Greenberg has no taste in his mouth.
All his music is terrible, and he was a 5'2" beta.
I would agree that all his music was not my flavor, but I don't think he's overrated.
He is not overrated. He is one of the most talented musicians to come out of the 80s. That includes Michael fucking Jackson.
They have a good Prince moonwalk.
Okay, Michael Bolton.
I'm sure he could. He just chose not to because he didn't need to.
Yeah, Michael Bolton.
Oh hell yes! You've
that's
seen
gotta
his
be there.
Lonely Island spoofs?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god,
Those
that's
are
my
so good.
favorite Michael Bolton. So good.
This is a tale of
Yes.
Captain Jack Sparrow.
Yeah.
Spurge were on Alanis Morissette.
Oh, that's one of my Desert Island albums.
Yeah.
Jagged Little Pill. Which one?
Was Alanis Jagged Little Pill?
Alanis was Jagged Little Pill. Yeah, that is one of the best albums of the
remember
90s.
her
Bar
and
freaking
Jewel.
none.
I'm hoping Jewel comes up.
I think we passed Jewel.
Do we pass Jewel?
Yeah.
Yeah,
She was
Jewel
very
in the
90s
60s.
for me because it was very like I want to be grunge, but I'm not really grunge.
Yeah.
And that's my thing. Where's all the grunge bands? Where's Nirvana?
Well,
Where's Soundgarden?
I always wanted Travis Jewell to like take up an acoustic guitar and just be
A hillbilly?
Jewel, Juhl.
You know he'd be. "Ooh, I went down my country road. The old lady's cheating and my car got towed."
Shania had some bangers in the 90s.
she did.
She was a banger. She was Canadian.
Yep. The Canadian-born singer.
Still is.
I can't put my finger
The
on how
decade's
they're rating
biggest
this
selling
list.
album.
No.
Wow.
I really can't.
Big album. Yeah, she sold a lot of records. TLC is
12
very
hits.
90s for me, though.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Tony
Waterfall's
Braxton.
by far their best.
Do you know what they're rating this list on, Jim? Is this popular opinion by some sort of editor group? or
Number of
what?
hits.
It's
Yeah.
actually play like
Yeah, it's number
Plays?
of hits and weeks charted.
Weeks charted, yeah.
no shit.
Must be some algorithm or
NSYNC
something.
was that far down in weeks chart. That surprises me.
Well, we already hit NSYNC.
That's what I'm saying. It surprised me they're that far
Yeah.
down.
That
But
might
they
be
had,
a duration.
but they
thing,
had
though.
so many bangers. That's the thing. If you
Yeah.
release a new one all the time, your old one's gonna get popped for your new one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas if you only
Yeah.
release a few albums, TLC only released
Yeah.
like two,
Yeah.
3 albums.
Well, and they probably only had a year or two of the 90s.
Correct.
Yeah,
Oh,
'cause
that's
be
true
releasing
too. I
something.
guess
didn't let. Yeah.
that I didn't consider that you're ones that spill over into the 2000s.
Yeah, NSYNC would have kinda. They
Oh,
kinda
yeah.
broke up though, didn't they?
Uh,
Because we went to high school in 2000 or so. So it's basically 8th grade down
Yeah.
for us.
Have you seen that documentary on NSYNC and Backstreet Boys?
Hmm.
I think it's Netflix or Amazon Prime.
Which were also
It's
not
about-
things in the
What was
90s.
that guy's name?
Basic
Lou
cable.
Pearlman.
Lou Pearlman. Yes.
Oh,
His
he was
story?
the.
He just robbed them all.
Holy shit! That I knew nothing about it until I watched the documentary.
Yeah.
Really good documentary.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
It
he
was
got super rich.
What was
Wild.
that on?
He got
Netflix?
super
It's
rich on
Netflix or
nothing.
Amazon Prime, one or the other.
What's it called?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
The boy. I think it's something about the true story of boy bands or something boy bands.
Oh yeah.
But I knew nothing about that,
Yeah.
and I was like, holy
Well, and that's like
shit.
if you watch that NWA Straight Outta Compton
Uh-huh.
about how that dude, again, a record manager,
Sure.
producer, just boned the talent.
Yeah, after watching that, I kind of felt robbed just a little bit that these are all just products put out by a company and sync back. Like
Yeah.
it's not like an organic group
No,
that just hit big.
it's like
It's a
Barbie.
completely yes,
Barbie.
it is.
It's like.
It's completely. I want this guy with that guy with that guy, and we're gonna push
Yeah,
it
it's a
here.
recipe.
Yes, exactly.
Did
That's
you
exactly
guys
what it
ever
is.
watch?
And
this,
he was behind.
I think this was 90s.
Was it O Town or 98 Degrees?
98 Degrees, I
Is that
think.
the one? It was one of the other. Like he had like 2 or 3 other.
If you in the 90s, MTV put out this kind of mockumentary about boy bands called End Together,
Okay.
I remember that.
and it was hilarious. And I
I
haven't
do
been able to
remember that.
find it since to watch it. But their big song was Calculus. I know my calculus. It says you plus
I remember
me
that.
equals us.
I
and,
do remember
and,
that.
and the whole thing was exactly that. Like it had the manager where he was going around. He's like, "You're gonna be my bad boy. You're gonna be my weirdly old dude. You're gonna be the babyface king. You know."
That's exactly what it was.
and,
Yeah.
and it was so true.
Well, yeah, it was just this processed,
Yep.
canned crap. And then,
Yeah.
like, once the Backstreet Boys got really big and NSYNC behind them, and then, like, then it was just a flood of
Oh, yeah.
copycats.
98
Well,
degrees. O-Town.
The craziest thing.
LFO.
LFO.
The craziest
Summertime
thing in
girls are the
this-
kind of like I stole my money like I stole your bike.
So Spurge,
I like girls who wear Abercrombie and Fitch. Product placement.
take her if I'd had one wish, right? Chinese food makes me sick.
Chinese food makes me sick.
Spurge, you're supposed to read the comments.
Oh, God.
Greenberg's trying to trigger.
Greenberg, I will trigger him all day. He's not here.
Geraldine.
Okay. We'll get through the
Hope to
top
God
ones
I'm
here.
not on that island.
Madonna, Janet Jackson, Mariah Carey.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I could do without all three, quite honestly.
21
Spurge.
hits.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I will be
mean,
triggered. Fuck you, man. Prince is fantastic. Yeah, he was 5'2". He was absolutely 5'2". He was a tiny little man. I want you to go back and I want you to watch the 2010 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, whatever the big 50th anniversary show was. And they play My Guitar Gently Weeps. And Prince comes out with one of his weird-looking little guitars, and he just shreds and melts everybody's face. And then he just throws his guitar up in the air, and his guitar tech catches it, because that's what Prince does. Because he is the alpha, man. He didn't drink. He was like a Jehovah's Witness or something. Didn't drink, didn't do drugs, except for fentanyl, because that killed him. But
Big exception.
he'd throw these giant parties out at Paisley, and everyone would show up, and then he'd make people flapjacks, just like in the Dave Chappelle skit, which was fantastic.
Yes, Dave Chappelle's fantastic in general.
But Prince, look at Purple Rain, what he did with that. Look at Little Red Corvette. Look at Party Like It's 1999. The 90s. Just, ugh. We're gonna party like it's 1999. Because it wasn't like the 2010s where it's Party 2010. It was light, and it was happy, and it was a golden age, because our country really was. It was coming out of a golden age. The 80s, 70s, 80s, super prosperous. United States doing great, low unemployment, high, like low cost of living. Everybody's got 3 cars and 2 turkeys in their ovens, and everyone's happy. And then now, music's sad because everyone's just kind of
Everyone's bummed
hanging
out.
out.
Everyone's a
Well,
victim.
all right, let's take a quick poll.
That's
So
true. Everybody is a victim.
everybody,
Brandy.
who's your favorite one on the list that we've covered so far?
Oh, snap.
Adam, so we'll call on you first.
Favorite for what?
Just whatever.
What I liked?
Favorite subjectivity index.
As far as most accurately placed, or just which of these artists was my favorite from the 90s?
It's just pick a favorite.
Okay.
I'm going to say Sting.
Jimmy's not playing our games.
I'm going to say Sting.
Sting. Okay.
Sting has been fantastic since his days with the Police. Fantastic on his own. Puts out great different music. All the
Good
time.
choice.
Yeah, no, Sting or Alanis Morissette would Alanis would be my quintessential 90s album, Jagged Little Pill, that's on this list.
Okay. Trev, who you got?
I think if I'm pulling 90s and that I could listen to repeated, it would be Ace of Base. It really would.
Yeah.
I think that sums up the 90s. for
I'm
me.
with you there. That would be my choice. Spurge, Prince, is that who you're
I
rolling
know he
with?
was an anti-vaxxer. He actually literally was an anti-vaxxer, but that doesn't make him any less amazing of an artist. Gerald Greenberg, go home.
And he didn't have any children
wait.
to impose his will on. So.
You are home. He may have had many children.
Well,
He
no
had a
children
lot
that
of.
we know of.
He had a lot of relations.
So, okay. A forced segue here.
Jim, you gotta go.
Huh?
Who's your favorite?
I Ace of Base was mine.
Oh, you
that I was
bass?
gonna pick, yeah.
I'm gonna go either like a Third Eye Blind type sound, the whole where you can sing the whole damn song without using any vowels. Baby.
Right on.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
it. Absolutely true.
So our next list that we have is sports was huge in the 90s because it was sort of the explosion of the TV era, right?
Yeah.
Well,
But,
yeah, but then
it's-
we also had that was also the era of not temper tantrums. I mean, they're temper tantrums over money. Baseball went, the whole year was canceled because the players.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Player strike.
Player strikes. Yeah,
And that's
temper
prob-
tantrums.
it
Yeah.
that's probably part of it because with all the TV money coming in, and the salaries get bigger and the egos.
Well, the
get
salaries
bigger,
didn't
and-
get bigger, and that was the baseball player's
Yeah,
point. I'm totally on the player's side on that one.
So,
Everyone else was getting rich with them, and they were the ones doing the work.
the name of this list is 23 athletes who perfectly embody the 90s.
To Master P. Man, I forgot about him playing
So,
baseball. Yep. Ken
Ken
Griffey
Griffey.
Jr.
Oh god, I had his poster.
I had his cleats.
Yeah,
I had his poster.
You had his
Ball
cleats?
card.
Oh, yeah.
What do they smell like?
Well, I mean, I wore.
Oh, not his.
The
oh,
shoe.
his
I
design.
wore-
Okay,
I
like-
wore
like
Griffey-
his equivalent of Jordans.
I wore
Yeah,
Griffey
right.
Jr. cleats. He also had basketball shoes, I believe, Jim.
I think so.
He has some kicks. Yeah.
I think so.
They kind of looked like kamikazes.
Right. I had a pair of Frank Thomas's in like 1995.
The unit?
Those were dope.
No,
yeah.
that was Randy Johnson.
They were
The big unit.
the Big Hurt was
The
Frank
big
Thomas.
hurt was
yeah.
Frank Thomas.
Yeah.
That was Ukasik's favorite player.
Yeah, he was played for the White
White
Sox, I
Sox.
think. Yeah, he could
Yeah.
really
Remember Randy
batted,
Johnson
like clean
drilling
up.
that bird?
Yep.
Yo, dude.
Gerald Greenberg
The
thinks that Ken
greatest
Griffey Jr. is the most
3-second
overrated
play.
baseball player in history.
Yeah.
He may not be
Greenberg's
wrong.
got a lot of opinions.
I mean,
Yeah,
he
keyboard
was
warrior.
Pretty fantastic keyboard warrior. He hit a lot of home runs. And he
Actual
was
numbers
an
of hits, doubles, home runs,
amazing
strikeouts. Yeah,
outfielder.
right.
He was fast.
The coolest superstar around. Well, he played with his dad,
That's right.
right? That was kind of Ken Griffey Sr. was.
Senior was playing. He played for the Reds.
That's pretty unusual.
Yep.
Alrighty.
That's got to be
Bam Morris,
I don't remember him.
mostly forgotten 90s football player who exudes everything about the NFL. Decade better than Bam Morris.
False.
Well, so
I mean,
see-
if you have him
Mostly
on there and
forgotten.
you don't have Emmett Smith on there or something,
We're not.
correct. But we'll see.
yeah.
Oh, Emmett Smith will be on.
There's a lot more
I
'90s
don't know how
football.
We'll
he's
see
above
the,
Ken
uh,
Griffey. Who the hell does know Ken Griffey?
Right.
You see the Dallas Cowboys, though. I mean,
we already
they
know
were the
number
football.
one.
They were the football team in the '90s, I think, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yes.
The
Yes.
Supersonics.
Supersonics were fantastic.
Sean Kemp and the
Sean
glove.
Kemp and
Oh yeah.
Peyton, Gary Payton,
Yep.
the token white guy. He was like the Carl or the Stockton, the John Stockton.
Yep. No, they were something else. '96
Did they win?
NBA Finals. No,
No.
they got beaten 6 games to the Bulls. That was the Bulls' comeback year after.
was that flu year where he played the flu game and wore the 10s?
Not sure. Probably.
That was probably the
I
flu
think
year.
so. Yeah.
Jordan had the flu one game and he still played and scored like
A bunch of
55
points,
points or something stupid.
Yep. Yeah, because the year before, Jordan came back up from the baseball thing.
That's right.
And it was like mid-season or maybe right when the playoffs started or something. And he just wasn't in shape.
Right.
And they got like bounced in the second
Baseball,
round. But
baseball Jordan pisses
yeah,
me off.
95, 96 is when they went 72-10, I'm pretty sure.
That's
And they just rolled everybody.
That's ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah. Desmond Howard,
Des Howard.
punt return, touchdown celebration. Most mimicked in football history.
I'll be right back.
That was
My little
he
guys
did the
call me and wish me
Heisman,
a
right?
happy Father's Day.
Oh, good. Pretty cool.
Dominique Buchanan? Nope, Shannon Miller.
Shannon Miller,
That's a
yep.
big one.
She was a 2-time Olympian. Would you get that door, Trev? Who won 7 medals in her career, the most ever for an American gymnast.
Actually, fun story about this. Megan just went to a conference over at Arrowwood last week, and Shannon Miller was the keynote speaker, talking about just like a motivational speaker type speech.
Yep.
And I forgot about her, and Megan reminded me that she won a butt ton of medals. And
Okay. I think we got a correction here, and I think Greenberg's right here. Flu was against the Jazz. I think he's right, yeah, because the Bulls played the Jazz in 97 and then again in 98, and I'm pretty sure the Flu game was one of those years, but I'm not sure which one. They'll look that up, but
he doesn't get to correct anymore if he doesn't come play.
Vernon Maxwell, the poor man's Charles Barkley, only with a ring that was largely won thanks to his Game 7 heroics in 1994. Yeah, was that the
The
year
Rockets
they beat?
won?
Yeah, the Rockets won in 94 and 95.
Dude, I do not remember them being good in the 90s.
They had Kenny Smith, Hakeem Olajuwon. I think
Oh, Hakeem
Robert Horry was
Olajuwon.
on the team.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the 90s, I collected basketball cards,
Yep.
thanks to you, but I never actually watched basketball. And so the cards that I traded for were the referee cards. You remember that?
What?
Yeah, I have all of the I have all
Sounds
of the
like a terrible idea.
I have all of the referee cards from the 1990s because I like trading. Jimmy was a basketball nut, and
Chip, were you just like bending him over?
I don't know.
Oh, check out this really cool Bob Johnson here. Give me that Fleer Ultra Rare Jordan.
That's an interesting subject matter because cards. That was
Cards is
huge.
big.
that was
man.
huge. Yeah.
I never
Upper
did any
deck.
sports besides baseball,
Yeah.
though. I was a baseball junkie.
That's baseball. And
Fleer. Remember Fleer?
Fleer.
I was a Tops guy.
Tops. Yeah.
Fleer, Tops, and there's a few others. My dad kind of got me into that because he was a big baseball collector back in the day.
Same here.
And when I was
Mine
born,
was too.
he bought he'd buy a box, like a sealed box. So we have these giant boxes of cards that he'd buy every year for the first like 10 years I was born, and they're just still sitting in my closet somewhere.
That's awesome. No, I've got all my dad's baseball cards too, and I collected a ton of baseball cards in the 80s and the 90s. When Kirby Puckett blew me off, I kind of just quit collecting baseball cards. I quit watching baseball. It just kind of fucking broke me. Tore up all my Puckett cards, but I kept everything else.
Tell that story quick about Kirby Puckett, would you?
Yeah,
That's a good one.
So, this was probably 93, 94. This was the year that, the Twins were freaking hot. They had Kirby Puckett, Chili Davis, Ken Herback. I mean, the whole lineup. And my grandfather wanted to take me on a trip. So he said, I tell you what, we're going to go up to the cities. We're going to go to Camp Snoopy. Then we're going to catch a baseball game. And my gift to you is a baseball and a pen. And we're going to stand around as long as it takes to get everybody's autograph. So the game's over. They lost a heartbreaker to somebody like the A's or something. And, there's probably a dozen of us kids that are still standing outside waiting for the players to come out. And then they come out. They all come out at once. And... they walked probably within 10, 15 feet of us. Kirby, can we have your autograph? He turned to us and said, I don't have time for you kids today. And then walked off.
That's rough.
But he was my idol. I loved Kirby Puckett. I'm still bitter about that to this day. Went home, I either traded away or tore up all of my Kirby Puckett cards, and I didn't watch the Twins after that for several
It's a really sad
decades.
It is.
Yeah.
Isn't that awful?
It's not happy.
Well, and then think how many of those there are
Yeah.
out there. Because
yeah.
every game, there's a new batch of kids.
Right.
And, maybe you catch the player in a good mood or whatever, and you think he's the best thing since sliced bread.
Right.
Or on the other hand, if they're
You catch
sick,
him after
or
a
they're
loss
got a
or
migraine, or they're
because
pissed off.
I had a similar incident with Penny Hardaway. We were in Orlando and went to a Magic Hornets game, and they got stomped.
Yeah.
The Hornets beat the Magic, and Penny was not a happy camper after the game, and did not sign anything. But luckily, I was a Hornets fan, and I got a Glenn Rice autograph and a Muggsy Bogues autograph out of it instead. But Penny was, he was the superstar
Yeah.
of that
Yep.
team.
I would think if I was a pro player and I had a really, really tough game, the first people that I want to see are my fans. The ones that, prop you up. Hey, you know what? We love you. Shit happens. It was a bad game. We want your autograph anyway.
True.
Kind of a little self-esteem boost.
Yeah.
But what do I know? I don't make millions and millions a year playing a game.
Indeed.
Get back here. We haven't had a Bulls yet.
Bel Air Academy basketball.
That's a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air thing,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Meh.
Yeah, that's meh.
Fresh Prince is...
Here we go. This is why I wanted to do
get him
this
on
list.
sports.
This is,
Oh, yeah.
this is an inside
Your
joke.
love story with Christian Laettner.
Yep.
Christian Laettner was on the Dream Team.
30 for 30.
Never ever forget.
30 for 30.
A guy that was able to parlay one fadeaway jumper for the win into a
Olympics run.
Olympic run in like a 10-year
Yeah.
NBA career. during which he did basically
Nothing.
nothing.
Yeah.
One shot. He made one bucket. It was clutch.
It was clutch. It was huge, and he was really good in college. I can't take that away from him. But NBA player.
But he was kind of like a Tim Tebow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Great in college, but just kind of a flop.
Yep. Indeed. Here we go.
There's the steroid race.
Yep.
You get it.
Do you remember this much, Trev?
Oh yeah.
Big Mac, baby.
Oh yeah.
I was a McGuire fan. Look at how small Sosa looks there, too.
Yeah.
Because he does.
Yeah.
And he got way bigger.
Yeah.
His head doubled in
Remember
size.
Barry Bonds?
Yes.
How when he came in the league, how
He's a
small
scrawny
he was?
little dude.
Yeah,
And
with a real thin face, and again like 20 pounds of
Yes.
muscle in his head.
Got real big.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, they were talking about that on Pat. What podcast was that? That was just released yesterday. The kicker for the Colts, Pat.
Vinatieri?
No, it was a former kicker.
Oh.
Well, it doesn't matter. Pat McAfee.
Oh, punter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I think they should just let him juice, man.
I do
You
too.
Absolutely.
Who cares?
I mean, they're there for entertainment anyway.
Right.
Why not just let them go balls to the wall?
Let the NFL juice.
That would be crazy.
You got enough psychos already.
I know. Can you imagine the CTE that would come out of that?
Oh my god.
There'd be a
That's
death every
scary
game.
thought.
Oh, dude.
Oh,
Yep.
jeez.
That'd be rough.
I don't know. I don't have any
Tecmo?
trouble with.
Tecmo Bowl?
Oh, that was the
QB
greatest
Eagles.
game on the planet.
That is Tecmo Bowl, I think.
Tecmo
Or
Bowl.
that might be John
Super
Madden.
Bowl.
Kiwi Eagles? What?
Tecmo
I
Super
remember
Bowl.
always
Yeah.
playing NFL
Oh, yeah.
Blitz.
Blitz was fun. Blitz was later, though.
Was that early 2000s or was that late 90s?
Because that might have been like
Here we go, Spurge.
Super Nintendo. There's my
Hornets.
team.
The original big three.
There's Zoe. Zoe
Alonzo Mourning, Larry Johnson, Muggsy
and
Bogues.
5'4".
Yeah,
Muggsy
2 or
Bogues.
yeah,
He
whatever.
could dunk, man. That little dude would just dribble between people's legs.
Yeah, well, he was like 75% legs and
Yeah.
butt. And
Yeah.
then
He's just a
the
little
rest was
fella.
just his head. Yeah.
Look at that little guy. Man, they
Yeah,
had
they
the
were
best.
good.
They had the best starter jacket.
They did have the best starter jacket.
Absolutely. I never had one. I had a North Carolina Tar Heels. Had 2 of those passed down from my cousin. Had a white one and a baby blue one.
I've never in my entire life been into basketball. Ever.
Oh, No Limit Soldiers. That's juvenile, right?
Master P.
Master P. Yeah, he was the No Limit Soldiers.
Founder of No Limit, was pretty good basketball player who got a shot at the NBA before the strike shortened the 98-99 season.
Uh-oh.
Huh. Gesundheit. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Was this,
Tyson Holyfield?
Andrew
Yes.
Holyfield, yeah.
Man,
That was
I didn't
classic.
see the fight, but I went to church the next day, and one of the kids there had watched the pay-per-view. He goes, dude, he bit his ear off.
Yeah.
And I like, what? So then I had to go home and watch Sports Center
Yeah.
until it showed it. Because you couldn't, I mean, couldn't internet it. You couldn't. And, man, that was wild. I love watching old Mike Tyson interviews. If you guys ever want a
Yes,
I do
fun
too.
YouTube video
Yes,
Yep.
yep, I have.
binge, he's fantastic. I'm only truthful with women that I'm sexual with. He's like
Sexual?
talking to this lady reporter. He's like, you know what that means?
I'm gonna have to watch some of those. I watch his old fights every now and then.
David Wells, he's a big dude too.
Yeah.
I was half drunk with bloodshot eyes,
Yep.
monster breath, and a raging, skull-rattling hangover. He writes in his autobiography, while the veracity of the statement is greatly debated, the mere fact that it's even plausible says all you need to know about David Wells.
Still not my favorite drugged up pitcher story though.
White man can't jump.
Yep.
Yep.
That was a good. One.
My grandpa rented that for us on accident. He thought it was going to be just like a sports movie. It was not. And we were young.
Funny. Bo Jackson.
Bo knows.
Yeah.
He used to snap bats all the time over his knee.
Yep.
You can't tell me he wasn't roiding too.
Have you seen the clip of him? I think he makes a catch or something in the outfield and then just keeps running and like runs along the wall, outfield
Yeah,
wall.
runs up the wall.
Yeah.
He's running back towards the wall, turns, makes the catch at the warning track, and then just proceeds to run up and down the wall.
Yeah.
That was
Nuts.
he was the shit. I really liked Bo Jackson.
Two sport athlete.
Yeah. And then good.
Good
Yeah,
in two sports.
good in both.
Because Deion
Deion
Sanders,
Sanders,
I think,
he wasn't very good at baseball.
yeah, but he's a great football player. But
Fantastic. Yeah, Jordan couldn't play baseball. AAA chump. He was only AAA because he was Michael Jordan.
I do not remember this guy at
Nope.
all.
Blue Jays suck
John
it.
Olerud, you don't?
Mm-mm.
Wow.
What was the deal with him?
I have no idea. I don't remember either.
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
John Daly. Now
Hell
he
yeah.
should be. Yeah.
Get
that's-
drunk, bro. Look at that mullet.
My favorite golfer.
That's fantastic.
Oh,
Looks-
yeah.
Looks like
Big
Thad
hanging from his
Clayball.
lips, yeah.
That haircut.
How about Tiger Woods is probably going to be number one?
He shouldn't be. Michael Jordan should be. Dennis,
yeah.
the worm. The worm, baby. Our senior diplomat to North Korea.
Yeah. Is Tony Kukoc? I
We have
think
to have-
so.
Yeah, that's Tony Kukoc.
And clearly they're playing Utah.
Rodman had a Converse contract. I remember that. I never had his shoes because
Mhm.
I wasn't a Converse guy,
fan,
but
yeah.
doesn't Nike owns them now?
Yep.
And his hair was always
Oh
fun.
yeah. Rodman was something else.
Yep. Just
like
a monster, though.
2 points, 25
25
rebounds.
rebounds. Yep. It was just there for the rebounds.
Oh yeah, this whole drama.
Oh yeah.
Nancy Kerrigan,
Harding,
Tanya
Nancy
Har-
Kerrigan.
Oh, man. Just crushing knees with baseball bats.
You seen the movie?
Yeah.
Not
I
yet.
haven't seen it yet.
Messed up, dude.
I haven't seen it yet.
Well done. It's well
Yeah.
done,
I
but
really liked Nancy Kerrigan back in the day.
yeah, I could never get excited about figure skating.
Well, you could get excited about figure skating when she's the one skating. That's was my whole thing right there. I mean, I
Yeah.
had the biggest, 14-year-old crush on her,
Which one was she? The blonde or the brunette?
the brunette.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is Tanya Harding, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
And she paid a guy or something to whack her in the kneecap with a
It was,
crowbar.
I think a couple
or-
relatives.
yeah, okay.
Kneecapped her ass.
Kneecapped her when she's coming off the
And
ice.
she was still able to skate, but she didn't win the gold. I remember.
right.
Yep.
Is that right? She only got silver. Huh.
That
Now
was-
Tanya Harding
Here we
does
go.
those like MTV.
Dude, is that Little Penny?
That's Little
clip
Penny.
shows.
Little Penny?
Sorry, we're still on Tanya Harding.
No, I just think she does those clip shows on MTV or
Yeah.
VH1 or
Yeah.
whatever it is.
No diggity, no doubt. Oh,
Okay.
play on, play out.
Penny.
Yo, Dre, drop the verse. Yeah, Lil Penny playing piano on
don't
Black
remember Lil
Street's
Penny.
album.
Yeah, the Little Penny series of commercials. I
Yep.
think.
Was that a Geico thing?
I think it was for Nike.
Nike.
I think, yeah.
Oh yeah, I can see the swoosh now on the bottom
Yeah.
right.
And it was voiced by Chris Rock.
Yep.
And,
I remember that now.
yeah.
Penny Hardaway is great. I had a pair of his shoes.
Here we go. Andre.
Andre was the man. Look at that hair.
You know,
This
this is
that
actually
was
a
an
hairpiece.
fantastic.
Spurge.
What's that?
This is a hairpiece.
That's fake.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
That's even more fantastic.
I remember
Yes.
reading it, and
Wait, was he bald? Was he bald?
he started going bald at a pretty young age, and I guess vanity reasons or whatever, he tried to cover it up, and he had this pretty elaborate hairpiece thing, and he says in one of his books actually that he lost a pretty big match, like a Wimbledon final or a U.S. Open final or something, because his hair was coming to pieces, and he just quit because he knew that his hair was gonna start
Right.
falling out.
And he didn't look bad bald. If I remember
No,
right, he looked like he had a good shaped dome.
But if you remember, he went from this one year to boom, nothing,
Yeah.
Not
in
even
6
stubble.
months. Yeah,
Not even stubble. Like you could
was-
tell it was a dome.
He was married to that the chick from the Blue Lagoon. She was in a couple sitcoms in the 90s. Oh, what was her name?
I remember the Blue Lagoon movie.
Yeah, yeah, I do too.
Alrighty. Number 1, prime time.
Jordan's not even on the list.
Yeah. So what's up with that?
Yeah, that's crap.
This is a load of crap. Well, there's a bunch of '90s people.
Oh,
Brooke
he was
Shields.
married to Brooke Shields
Brooke
for
Shields,
2
2
years.
years. And then Steffi Graf.
Yeah, but dude, prime time. Neon Dion.
Mm-hmm.
He was the man
Yeah.
on Cowboys football. That team was great, though. They had Troy Aikman. They had Emmitt Smith.
Yep.
They had Moose Johnson on the line.
Oh yeah,
they had a couple big
dominated.
receivers too. I was trying to remember their names the other day.
Deion Sanders.
And who else?
Mike Irvin.
Irvin.
That's what I was thinking. of.
Cocaine
Okay.
Cowboy. Dude, he loved blow.
Did Deion play both sides of the ball? Because I feel like I remember him playing like
He ran.
safety or corner or something like that.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Maybe. He was
I can't
good.
remember.
He was fast.
Yeah.
I don't know, though. Ukasa could know.
Yeah, he's a Cowboys expert.
Yep. Trev, he'll listen to it tomorrow, he said.
Yeah, I feel like I remember him playing like corner or safety.
So why
or
wouldn't they
something.
make Dennis Rodman's just the Bulls? Because that was a legacy. And that,
Well, that would have been a better list,
Yeah.
right? Because and
Yeah.
how you leave Michael Jordan off of
right.
a list
Or
of
Wayne
90s
Gretzky,
athletes?
Yeah.
Yeah, the great one, man.
the great one. He's the best ever.
No, I agree with you.
No Tiger Woods.
No Tiger Woods.
Well, this list is jacked.
Well, Fox Sports North.
Fox, it's conservative.
Fox
So,
Sports.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just trying to be annoying on purpose.
Ooh, 90s TV theme songs. I will take that for 500, Alex.
We can play a clip quick. We did like 10 seconds of Seinfeld. Here's one that everybody recognizes.
Oh, yeah. Everywhere you look. Now, Roseanne was my 90s sitcom jam for sure.
Oh yeah,
I
never got
still
into
watch
it.
reruns. Still watch reruns. I love Roseanne.
Never got into it.
I did Full House.
I did Full House. I never did Roseanne. I don't know why I never got into that one. I never got into that, and I never got into Married with Children.
Oh my God.
Bundy.
The best show to ever grace TV.
Never
was
got
Married
in.
with
I
Children.
never got into
Yeah.
it.
When I
That
had
was the
like
joke.
monomeningitis in high school, and I was out for like 4 months straight.
Yeah.
I did daytime TV for 4 months. It was Matlock, Magnum PI, Murder She Wrote, and Married with Children. I've seen every episode. Like, Married with Children is the greatest TV show of all time. And as far as comedy goes, well ahead of his time. Like, just
Oh, yeah.
the most filthy, offensive stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was a great show.
What was another good one back?
Peisk was super into it. I never could. I never got into that though.
Did you ever get into Saved by the Bell?
Oh yeah.
A little bit.
I
I wasn't
still
a
hear that theme song.
career
As soon as the bell
watcher,
rings,
but-
I'm like, when I wake up in
Yeah.
the morning and the alarm is out the one, and I don't think I'll ever make it.
we can probably play.
That's
it.
what that's
No,
Screech.
it's
That's
okay.
Screech, right?
Every time I hear a bell, that song
Yeah,
pops in
now
my head
he's
anyway.
some porn
Too
mogul.
bad.
or
Oh dude, he's
shit.
a big perv.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, no, I never
I
watched
totally
Beverly Hills
see it.
90210 either.
Oops, wrong bell. Here we go.
Yep. This is very 90s theme song.
It is.
Fresh Prince. I watched some Fresh Prince again. Didn't watch a lot of it though. Or Wings. I watched a lot of Seinfeld.
My grandparents watched Wings.
Lots
That was a
of
real
Seinfeld.
Seen a
early.
fair amount of Seinfeld.
That was an early 90s.
I didn't even know why I watched Seinfeld, quite honestly, because I didn't really enjoy it, honestly.
No, I
Not
mean
my
it was
kinda
a show
humor.
about nothing
Yeah, I mean, it
and
just
just asshole New York.
Yeah,
New
it wasn't really my
Yorkers.
thing,
That's
but
one of
I've
those
seen a
shows
lot of
that's better in
Seinfeld.
retrospect, I think.
yeah, I suppose. I mean, I never watched it at the time, but I've seen it since.
Yeah.
And I just not my kind of show, but I've seen a lot of Seinfeld.
Frasier was also a favorite of mine. Love Frasier.
I watched Frasier.
The spin-off of Cheers, right?
Was just as successful as Cheers.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's pretty unusual.
That is very
when
unusual.
the spin-off is, meets or exceeds the Genesis show.
Yeah.
Well, we were all video game players, I think, in the 1990s.
Who was it?
Hell yeah.
Right.
I hope you got
Everybody
a movies
had a
list,
Nintendo.
too. Big movie fella.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we should talk about,
We can do movies.
was that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Look like Zelda.
This is Zelda.
Zelda.
This is a video game list. Whoops, let me get to my display.
Donkey
Oh,
Kong
my
Country.
Lord.
That
Hell
was
yes.
a great game.
This was
Super
pretty
NES.
revolutionary with the graphics, I think.
It
right?
was very revolutionary.
So yeah, maybe a place to start is like, what's the quintessential 90s console?
Console?
Nintendo.
So
Original Nintendo?
are we talking? Yeah, because you could make
Well,
an argument
no,
for three of them,
Super
right?
Nintendo.
Super Nintendo,
I kind of love Sega.
Sega, like Genesis, or
Yeah.
yep,
A lot of hours on Sonic.
yeah, yep.
There was a Street Fighter game on Sega.
Well, I think there was a lot of them on like the 16-bit era. That would be right. Am I right on that number of bits? That's Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. Yeah, that's the 16-bit era.
Yep.
I think a lot of video games were on both systems, right? They would port
No,
one.
they were very isolated.
Well, I mean, you could play Sonic, but like you could play Street Fighter on both. I think you could play Mortal Kombat on both.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah,
So
okay.
there
Yeah,
were
I see where you're
a
going.
decent amount of titles that were
The sports games.
Yeah,
sports
that's
games. Yeah,
back when the game manufacturers were a lot more independent from the
Right.
console manufacturers.
Yep.
So you had,
but then there was the exclusives, the Sonic franchise and the
Donkey
Mario
Kong,
for
Mario.
Nintendo, etc.
Yep.
Mario or Mario?
Zelda, Mario. It's me, Mario.
It's pretty- Mario's right, but yeah, it is Mario.
Yeah.
I say Mario, but
No one
supposedly
says
it is
Mario.
Mario.
Who?
The creator is Mario.
What?
Google
What's
it.
his name?
I don't-
Hiroshimaka or whatever his name is?
Something.
He just retired, I think. The original creator of Mario? Yeah.
Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat, I just bought the
Oh my
new
God,
one.
Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat 11.
I never played that
It's
game.
so good.
I've never played a newer one,
was
but
too
I played
violent
the
for my
older
mom.
ones. Just
The old one's so
nonstop.
good. So good.
I've never
Yeah,
played
dude.
it.
You could do
probably since
fatalities, babalities, animalities.
I remember
It's a lot of
animalities.
alities.
The
Remember those?
babalities, like Raiden would bring down his son, and then his son would kill the person. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Raiden was dope. Raiden was my favorite.
Raiden
guy.
was my
Yeah, he was
jam
my
for
boy.
sure.
I liked him or like Johnny Cage.
I like Johnny Cage only after the movie. I didn't like him in the original video game, and then the movie came out. Also very 90s.
I also loved what was the monster,
And-
the green monster with the orange hair?
When Goro, no, that was Street Fighter.
Goro.
Yeah,
that was
Street Fighter,
Blanca.
yeah, you're right. Blanca.
Blanca.
Yeah, you're right.
When Goro smashed his sunglasses and he goes, "Those were $400 sunglasses, asshole." And he shadow kicks him off the mountain.
Yeah.
So
I remember
good.
this
So
one,
good.
Another World.
I don't.
I don't either.
RPG?
F-Zero.
F-Zero, that was
F-Zero.
a fantastic
Yep.
game.
Yep.
That was
No.
kind of changing, yeah.
98. Was this a 64 game?
Yeah.
Or a
That was Nintendo
PlayStation?
64.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's a winner.
That was a great game.
If I'm giving it to a console, I think it's 64. I'd have to probably win.
64 changed the whole
Yeah, I think there's
Oh, it did.
a strong argument to be made, for 64. 'Cause
Right.
That was the
When
first
did that come
joystick,
out?
wasn't it?
Mine still
90
works. Yeah, it was.
I mean, that has. Yeah.
6,
yeah.
7. So, yeah, like
So,
mid to late.
The decade was sort of split between Super Nintendo, for at least Nintendo wise, was Super Nintendo, like,
Sega Genesis.
and then for like the first half of the 90s. Then I feel like mid 90s was 64 PlayStation,
Yes.
Yeah.
kind of like
Yeah.
mid 90s forward.
Yes.
That would be accurate.
Sega kind of fell off the map.
I don't think I ever really
Yeah, and
played
then they
on
went bankrupt.
PlayStation
The
back in the day with
Dreamcast.
Spyro.
Dreamcast.
I had a Dreamcast.
Dreamcast was fantastic. It was a wonderful state. It was a wonderful console
Yeah.
that just and what was crazy was
Mortal Kombat 2.
the
boring.
the
Street Fighter.
the GameCube sucked.
Yeah.
It did. That was a flop.
GameCube
Yeah.
had it had
joke.
Smash Melee,
Yep,
and that was
yep,
their only
yep,
really good
yep.
game. But Dreamcast still just died because
I don't think
PlayStation came
I don't
up.
think I ever played a Dreamcast.
I played a
Ever.
couple times at college, and then I played Jimmy's.
I don't think
Yeah,
I ever
dude.
picked one up.
I played the shit out of my GameCube though.
I played a lot of it
I
at
was,
college.
Yeah, I was a sort of a Nintendo purist for a while. That was
Yeah.
why I refused to.
Oh man, I was
PlayStation
gonna
2.
bring my original Game Boy tonight.
We've got ours.
It still works. My green screen.
We've got ours. We have one of those, a Nintendo Color, and then
what
one of the
was that
sideways
game?
ones that the boys
Oh yeah.
they play.
Oh,
We got like 30
don't know that
games
game.
that
You
Metal
still
Gear
can't smash
Solid.
them. Like
Yeah.
they'll run
they're
forever.
like the old Nokias.
Yep.
Straight bricks.
Oh God, Rogue
Yeah.
Squadron.
Oh, Jim just got a hard on.
I did.
You know what? You know what? My favorite game.
Back when
and
I
hope it's
liked
on
the
the
Star
list-
Wars franchise, still.
Maybe not favorite, but
You liked him till what? 3? Episode 3 came out.
Well, I mean, I liked Star Wars until the Disney buyout. Really, I was pretty bummed out when that happened because I'm like, ugh, I know what's gonna happen. They're just gonna crank out a movie every 6 to 9 months and then
Yeah.
sell endless Disney stamped Star Wars merchandise
Merch, dude.
everywhere.
But now there is going to be a Star Wars theme park. That's kind of dope.
that's cool. Yeah.
I think that could be fun. They could have a lot of cool rides for Star Wars, like
Mm-hmm.
running like in the X-wing, blowing up the Death Star, and that's a roller coaster, or like one of those 3D
Yep.
moving games.
Yeah,
There's
Yoda's
good
swamp.
potential.
That game, though, was that which one was that?
I think this is the first iteration of Rogue Squadron.
Because what was the Pod Racer game?
Pod
was that
Racer.
just Pod
That's
Racing?
Pod
Yeah,
Racer,
it's called
yeah.
Star Wars
That was
Racer.
my favorite Star Wars.
That
game.
was
Yeah.
dope.
That
That was super fun.
underrated game, big time.
Yes.
Yep.
Even though that movie was by far the worst. And Jim will disagree.
Yeah,
Because
I like episode 1.
I remember you coming to school after going to the midnight release. Because he was so jacked.
Episode 1.
He's like, episode 1, Star Wars coming back, man. I'm going to be there. It's going to be awesome.
How old were you when that happened? 7th grade? 8th grade?
Yes.
Ish,
seventh
yeah.
grade,
Yeah, 'cause,
maybe.
we were, I think I was a sophomore or junior.
And Darth Maul was dope.
Darth Maul was
Darth Maul
awesome.
was dope.
And the
Remember-
pod racing was cool.
Little brother was terrified of Darth Maul. We had a mask for Halloween. Weren't allowed to wear it.
Really?
He was terrified.
Tuck just
like,
freaked?
Like
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
mental break.
I can't wait till I see him again.
Yeah.
I want Darth Maul out.
Yep. Good times.
We had a little Darth Maul nightlight. We had to
Ooh,
throw
Diablo.
away.
That was
Diablo.
still a great game.
It
I
is.
still play Diablo 3.
There's a new, there's a new game that's going to be kind of Diablo-y that they showed at E3 this year. It's like a Diablo type RPG. But that's probably the first real RPG I played. I mean, minus like Zelda, but
Yeah, we had a lot. I had a lot of hours on Diablo. All the old hacks and like the
Yep.
duping.
played that with
Remember
Pulaski
just
a
the
lot.
sound of the very first little village. The-
Oh, man. Oh, God.
NBA Jam.
NBA Jam.
I played
remember
I played this a couple months ago here at House Rosendahl.
That's right.
I believe I got beat,
It's a 90s shrine.
but barely.
Here. Yes.
Man, the cheat codes on that were fantastic. Where you could get the different big heads. There's like Bill Clinton was one of them, and
See, and I
You have a
didn't.
big head.
Never have I ever been into basketball, but NFL Blitz, when you had the cheat, you'd be like raiding on the field and shit like that.
And
Back when running was actually possible in a football game.
right. Well, in Blitz, you just like jam
Yeah,
the buttons and
yeah.
everyone would fly
Yeah.
off you.
Well,
Was that Doom
Blitz was
or Quake?
99%.
Quake 3
Quake 3.
Arena.
Never played Quake.
Oh, Quake 3 was fantastic. That was the first LAN game I played, where we'd play it over multiple computers on the school LAN.
Nice.
And then took it to Sheldon. Was there for like a student council day from middle school. So we were hanging out with the Sheldon Student Council and seeing how their school did things. Well, one entire like 3 hour, they had block scheduling. So one entire like 3 hour block, we played Quake over their school LAN network.
That's awesome.
The three games that better be on this list.
Ooh.
Mario Kart,
Yeah.
that is a for sure. That should be like number 10.
Mario Kart 64 was sick.
I want
It
to see
was.
Star Fox, Duke
Yep.
Nukem, and GoldenEye.
Duke freaking
Yeah.
Nukem.
I haven't seen that game forever.
Smash Brothers, I support.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
There's Duke.
Yeah.
Duke Nukem, yep.
Remember,
Number
I was terrified
33.
to play. Like I loved playing it. The whole time I was playing, I was terrified.
Remember you could like do the
Doom did
chick?
that.
Yes. Yep. There was
You
like
could do the
little like
chick.
nudie mags on the
Nudie
wall.
mags
Yeah.
on the
And there's
floor.
Star
You could
Fox.
pee. You could pee if you went up to the
That was,
pisser.
Star
remember
Fox
the
wasn't
BS.
very
He'd
good.
go. and then you'd hear like water
There you
flowing,
go.
and then he'd go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unreal Tournament.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
right after Quake.
Boy, this one snuck right in.
Yeah,
barely.
1999. Yep, here you go.
Another
Trevor.
Sonic.
Yeah.
I don't remember graphics being that good back then.
Sonic
Not
the Hedgehog
Sonic, but-
3. Sonic and Knuckles.
Oh, it was 99, the last one.
Yeah, I mean even back then though, I don't remember graphics
That's
being
PC
that crisp.
too. That's not
Yeah,
console.
Sure. PC wise, we played Wolfenstein quite a bit too.
Resident Evil 2.
Never played those.
Scary games.
I played some Final Fantasy.
Were those all PlayStation
Final
games?
Fantasy.
I think this was, I remember.
That was a
That was
PS
not a
exclusive.
Nintendo
No.
release.
Nah.
Half-Life. Warcraft.
Warcraft,
uh-oh.
yeah.
Yeah, never did it.
Warcraft 3 I played, and then, of course, World of.
Yep, Resident Evil. I never got into the Final Fantasies very much.
I didn't either.
didn't
Chris
either.
Noss is in love.
Tay and I played a few, but not heavily.
The games that are just super Japanese, I have a hard time with. Where they got the spiky colored hair and
Yeah, unless you're into anime. It's
yeah, I
not-
just can
yeah.
never get really into them.
Yeah.
Fighter Z is pretty fun. That's a new Dragon Ball game.
Never played that game.
A new game?
Oh yeah, got it on my Switch.
I don't remember this at all.
I don't either.
Nope.
Star Wars Dark Forces.
I remember Knights of the Old Republic. That was probably 2000s though.
Mm-hmm.
KOTOR.
Sonic 2.
Yeah. More Final Fantasy. Never don't know that game at all.
What's it called?
Thief the Dark Project.
More Final Fantasy. Here's GoldenEye.
GoldenEye
There's
was
GoldenEye.
That was
fun.
such. God, that was good.
First FPS I
It was
enjoyed.
so good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then from that, we went from that to
Halo.
was it Halo or was it Call of Duty Big Red 1 first?
Oh, I never played that. either.
No, that's what we did on LAN. Was
Played
that might have been later.
Rainbow Six was
I've never played Rainbow Six game.
that was a great.
I played
ever-
one
the
of
first
the,
one.
I
Was
played
never
like
played
one of
Rainbow
the
Six.
sixth or something. One of the late ones. Never the first. I was too Halo stuck.
GoldenEye. I was always Odd Job.
Yeah. Isn't he faster
Yeah, he's fast and small,
and small?
harder to hit.
Yep. I was always terrible at first-person shooters. Never got into them very much.
It's the universe
like
punishing
them.
you for being a basketball fan.
I guess so. Yeah.
There's oh no, that's Dark
Super Mario
Forces
3.
too.
I
That was
Yep.
with
that was
yep.
an awesome game.
That was.
Yeah. Now this one barely gets into 1990.
Isn't that the place right there where you jump up on that back brick and press down and you fall behind the scenery and
No, that's a white brick.
yeah. You guys ever see the movie The Wizard
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
with the Nintendo kid and the
Yep.
Power Glove
Yep.
Oh,
in that
yeah.
game?
Yep.
They're like, a new game. What? Oh, use a warp whistle. Warp whistle, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Don't know it.
Yep.
There we
Zelda.
go. That was a good one.
Link to
That
the
was a
Past.
really good game.
Was this Super Nintendo?
Yep.
Yeah. I think.
I played that one. My first Zelda love was Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, that was a
And
good
then
one.
Majora's Mask.
That should be on this list too.
Twilight Princess.
Yep.
You have Breath of the Wild yet?
No, Tucker played that.
Thor has it.
There's somebody I know that maybe that's.
Well, I
what it
think
is.
Thor has the Switch. I don't know.
There's
if
somebody
he's
I
got
know
it.
that's
Final
played it, and they said it was
Fantasy.
real good.
Ah,
Dude,
StarCraft.
I'm
Yep.
40
Yep.
hours. in.
Blizzard's
Oh,
had
really?
a lot of really,
And
really great
I
games.
still
They really
have
have, yeah.
dungeons that I can't touch.
Are we gonna play? World of Warcraft Classic, Adam.
Yeah.
Wait,
Okay.
what?
Yeah. We'll
A
play
new
classic.
World of Warcraft is coming out?
An old.
Oh God.
New one.
They're re-releasing the very original World of Warcraft with updated graphics,
Oh boy.
but it's going to play exactly the same.
We better go kill boars in the woods.
That's right.
Only for the beginning time. I think it's real fun.
No, but then you gotta kill lots of boars in the woods so you can take on the ninja guy who's killing everybody like on South Park.
Yes, that is the greatest.
They spend like 2 weeks killing boars in the woods.
Ma, get
Man,
we get the bag
bucket!
of icy hot, whatever.
Man,
Crap.
Yeah.
poops all
Yeah.
over.
Make love, not Warcraft.
They won an Emmy for that.
That was brilliant.
They should have.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Never played Warcraft.
Never seen
Never
that
will.
game.
Chrono Trigger. I remember the title, but
They re-released that on Switch. They had a new Chrono Trigger. Nos played it, really liked it. It was a turn-based RPG.
Zelda,
Not my thing ever.
Link's Awakening. Man, I played that one.
Super Mario. Oh yeah,
Is that two?
This is very 90s for me.
Yep. Super Mario World. That was.
Oh, World.
Whoa.
Yeah.
This released in 1990, huh?
That was the advent of Yoshi.
Is that when the Super Nintendo dropped? It was like
Yep.
That was the
1990?
launch game, probably.
Yep.
Yep.
That was.
I remember when I got my Super Nintendo for Christmas in 1991, and it was the bundle, and it had Super Mario World with it.
Yep.
My dad brought home Nintendo, Super NES, out of the blue one day. No occasion, just brought one home, and the only game I think we had to start was this racing game where you'd be four things: you'd be a truck, a motorcycle, a car, or some other shit, and they all had faces, and it was the funnest game on the planet. It's fantastic.
Well, there's
Back when we-
your Ocarina.
Yes, yeah, that was my favorite. That was back. We used to have those sweet rocker chairs, the gaming chairs.
Oh yeah.
This is the
Yeah.
only way to play games. Was those
Oh,
like
yeah,
the
I
old
still have
school
one.
rocker?
Still have one.
We
It's in my
bought
bedroom.
one a couple years ago, and just the cheapest piece of shit, broken. A couple they don't make things like they used to.
No. Of course, they probably didn't make them that well back then. We're just twice as
Yeah, well, they had those. I remember they had like little carpet runners on the side, and they'd break off, and you have staples. And if anybody rolled over your finger, you get a staple in the finger.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, we'll burn through some of this so we can get to the
64.
Yep.
Super Mario, Metroid.
Metroid's
Metroid,
fun.
yeah.
Remember when I found out that she was a girl?
Yeah, Samus.
Metroid's a
Blue.
girl?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Blew
dude.
my mind.
I like it now.
Samus.
Didn't
I
know
was
that.
never into it. Now
Until
I'm
you got
into
like a
it.
separate skin on Smash Bros. When I found
Zero
out.
Suit
And I love
Samus.
the ladies. That's what's up.
Was
Metal
that
Gear
Metal Gear
Solid?
Solid?
Yeah,
That was a fantastic game for
Great
PlayStation only.
Doom.
This
Doom
was the game
2.
that scared me.
No screenshot of Doom, I guess. Too scary.
Could be. I'd have nightmares.
More Final Fantasy. Number one,
I
Half-Life.
don't agree with that.
I played one Half-Life. And
Yeah.
I,
We're still waiting for 3.
Meh.
I don't remember that. I don't think I ever played.
Yeah, this list is kind of.
Another few questionable choices. Yeah, I suppose. Well,
So-
we talked about the 1990s being sort of the TV decade.
Oh, yeah.
We all were raised on TV to a certain degree, I think.
It was the only day I woke up early was Saturday morning so I could start watching cartoons at 7.
I remember
will,
favorite hour of the day. If we got home from school, we got to watch one episode of Dragon Ball Z,
Yep.
and there was no way in hell we were going to be late for it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hell or high water, I was there, ready
To watch the Cell games.
to watch, and it was one fight that lasted 6 episodes,
At least.
3 episodes of build up.
Next
2 episodes of Power
Yeah,
Up.
yeah,
Somebody
Never
might
into
actually
Dragon
throw a
Ball Z.
punch.
He's still powering up.
yeah.
Power level 9,000. Yeah, Krillin.
Oh,
Travis
man.
Kozak has seen all of them.
Oh, really?
You can also download Crunchyroll on the Roku and stuff. It's like an app,
Okay.
and it's got every episode of Dragon Ball ever.
That's
Z,
nuts.
Super, GT, just Dragon Ball. I can't get into it that much, but Moose like swears.
That's a lot of, yeah.
Swears on it. He's an anime guy though. He's watched
Yeah.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah, Alchemist,
and
yeah.
I
all
love
that.
Full Metal Alchemist. I tried to get into Naruto. I went through a phase where I tried to get into anime. I almost said hentai. That's a different animal.
Yeah,
It
No, the
just-
animal thing, that's a different name.
it's also a tentacle.
Let's not go there.
Bang.
But yeah, no, I that wasn't. I was hanging out with a bunch of guys who were into it, so I tried to get into it. I'm like, nah, it's not for me.
not your jam.
Full Metal was great though. The original.
Well, let's hit up some of these 90s kids commercials and see if it sparks any memories for us.
Gack.
Oh, that's a Power
Power
Glove.
Glove, baby.
Fucking yo-yos.
The Power Glove for your NES. Now you in the game.
I never played with one. I don't think.
I didn't either.
We had the controller, we had the gun.
Whoop, sorry, fellers.
I don't know anybody who had a Power Glove.
You could actually punch in Mike Tyson Punch Out. I bet you couldn't beat Tyson with it.
Child's play.
What brings a cool cat like
Oh yeah, I remember these.
Is this Fruit Loops or
Yep.
something? Yeah.
the awesome way?
Totally awesome way, man.
Right breakfast to help get me back home. Then follow your nose. To fruit flavor it goes. Smell the natural orange, lemon, and cherry flavors of Kellogg's Fruit Loops.
The natural,
Natural
flavors.
Oh man.
They could get
Yeah.
away with so much back in the day before
Yeah.
everyone was
Oh, the
gluten
good old
intolerant.
days.
And
It's part of a healthy breakfast, Spurge.
oh yeah,
The most delicious part of this complete
I love that they show the breakfast too. It's like a big giant glass of milk, big giant glass of orange juice, and then just all carbs.
Yeah, dentist's
Yeah.
dream, right?
doesn't it?
Oh, I love Chippendales Rescue Rangers.
Yeah, these guys are funny.
Send and receive secret messages with a Rescue Ranger secret decoder. 2 free in Kellogg's.
I remember that's how I picked my...
Man, the toys and cereal.
So the way I picked my cereal was like what toy I had in the box.
Yep.
Pick
'Cause I
the,
didn't really care.
well,
No,
and
it all
you
tastes
It was
sugar
all
shit.
sugar.
That's what it was.
do the same thing at like the fast food places too. Yeah.
Yep.
Like what do you want? Happy Meal toys or
Well, and the
whatever?
thing was,
Yeah.
and you didn't get to pick your Happy Meal toy. Now they get to pick.
Yeah, they were all random.
Yeah.
When
You had to have a lot of meals to get like the entire set of California raisins from Hardee's.
I don't know. Yeah, I remember those.
I still
I
have
remember
mine.
those. My dad had those lined up on his desk.
Yep.
I don't. Maybe I remember it differently, but McDonald's toys these days, because my kids get them, are the cheapest, crappiest toys
Yeah.
on the planet. I remember enjoying McDonald's toys
Do your
They
kids
are-
enjoy them?
for 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Like they are the cheapest throwaway
They are.
crap. Horrible.
I remember I had a birthday at McDonald's, and the the giveaway was, it was around Halloween, because my birthday's November, early November. But they gave away masks, like animal masks that fit over your nose and your mouth, and strapped, and so But yeah, they put a lot more thought into.
They're actually actual toys.
They were toys, yeah.
Well, do you remember when the Beanie Baby crossover with McDonald's too?
Yeah.
And people would line up at whatever time they started selling
freaked out over
lunch,
Yep.
and would line up to wait to buy 6
Beanie Baby.
Big Macs or 6
Yeah.
Happy Meals.
Yeah.
But then they'd also line up at freaking Hallmark store
Yep.
out there.
I remember the Beanie Baby craze was insane.
Well,
Yeah,
it
dude.
was. And
I still have a Beanie Baby that's supposedly worth like 900 or 1,000, some dinosaur. If I got it registered or certified or whatever, it's worth like 900 or 1,000.
I can't imagine that there's still a market for those. They were such a big
I guess
at the
$900?
time.
900 or 1,000.
Yeah, something like that. I haven't looked into it for probably
No, but
8 years now. But
people still buy them on eBay.
Really?
Yeah, my mom just pulled a whole bunch off of the top of the garage. She's trying to thin the herd on the stuff she has. Pulled out a big tote of them, and I was looking through them, and there were some that were worth some money, but I just didn't want to go about the hassle, so
Yeah.
I gave them all to Megan to give out to kids at the ER when they come in.
Sweet.
But, dude, that was a wild thing.
I think the fads drive me. I don't understand them. Yo-yos were the biggest
Remember
thing for
Pogs?
about. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pogs were
We had
huge.
the whole briefcase
Yep.
with the
So you
the
could
different
hold
hammers.
them. You got to be careful.
Yep. Yep.
Pogs were dope.
I never got into them. I never had any Pogs.
Fucking cheap
Aston Gellert had
Yes,
a ton of
with
them.
a picture on
Yeah,
them, and I don't know how.
Aston
to explain
Gellert and Josh Van Langen
I
had a
spent on
butt
those.
ton of them.
I didn't even know how to play. Like
No,
you're
I-
supposed to hit the slammer.
Oh, we never played the
on
real
them, and
game.
I just
No, you just
I
collected
just
them.
sat
We
there
just
with
had them, and then we'd flip them around. That was it.
the I had my Pogs in a plastic Apollo 13 shaped Pog holder because it was around the same time Apollo 13.
The movie?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
somewhere I snagged a
Yeah,
Saturn
no,
V shaped Pog holder.
Because you'd put like X amount of Pogs in a stack, and then use your hammer to smack it, and whichever one's flipped over, you got to keep.
Yeah.
And so you played with somebody else, and you each put in the same amount of Pogs, and the ones that you flipped over, you kept.
Yeah.
For keeps.
I don't think I ever once played a Pog game.
You didn't miss
Yo-yos, though?
Yo-yos for like.
I got down with yo-yos.
It's only a year, I would say, that
about
they were
a year.
huge,
Year or two.
and they were huge.
That's all we did in 8th
Yes.
grade.
Well, I remember standing outside
Recess.
before school
Yep.
when folks would drop you off. We all stood around our little
Skip
clicks
ahead here
and
a little
yo-yoed.
bit.
Yep.
For the
What is
10,
this
15
commercial? I'm
minutes.
curious.
Oh, you want the one we're on right now?
Yeah.
All right.
Because it brings back a memory. I don't know why. Oh, bubble tape.
bubble
6
tape.
feet of bubble tape. For you, not them.
This is very 90s.
Yeah, they got that like Monty Python
Yeah.
vibe thing
Yep.
going. Yep, I remember that.
My kids still buy this.
It's weird, like a little bit of an image or something
Triggers
like pops
the
back in
whole-
you. It's like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's such
It
a
is
strange feeling.
Very
It is.
bizarre.
Well, because it was just years and years of watching this.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Look at that hair.
Yeah.
I don't remember like, I remember the scrunchies and stuff for the girls in that.
I remember
I
the
remember
bangs.
girls' fashion more than I remember guys'
Bangs.
fashion.
I remember the
The
bangs.
stirrup pants and the scrunchies around the wrist
Yep.
and the big ponytails and the yeah.
I just remember Jinkos. That was the only fashion thing I think I
Oh
cared about.
God, Jinkos.
Jinkos.
I don't remember those.
Jinkos. And I love the little cartoon guys. That
We got to
came
take a
with.
sidebar
Show Jimmy's Jinkos.
if we.
Jimmy had the kangaroos.
Oh
man.
my God, I
Remember this
remember
stuff?
those. Oh man,
Yeah, dude, you could fit an entire book.
I had numerous pairs of Jinkos.
My
They were-
favorite ones of yours were the kangaroos,
They're
though.
dope, nasty. Oh yeah.
God,
Oh
so
my
ridiculous.
I had the ones.
Best
Just
pants ever.
obscene.
dude, but that's what all the hip
Yeah,
kids
dude.
wear.
Like I said,
They
I
were
had one
20
pair, and I wore the shit out of them.
24 inches around the bottom of those, each
That's
one.
crazy. It's like bell bottoms on steroids.
And then
some.
you were
for
just
the girls,
a kid.
yep. You weren't
Oh.
shit unless you had a pair of Jinkos.
The wavy ones
Well, then I
down there in
wasn't
the
shit.
bottom middle. The bottom left middle of the little images.
Okay, right here.
Those were the chick ones that.
Oh yeah.
Those are very 60s.
all the good looking
girls that get the well, and platform shoes. I remember were like kind of
thickies.
thick
Came
shoes
back
were
for a few
big at the
minutes.
time. Yeah. Oh gosh, look at these pants.
Yeah,
Who
that
the
was
hell made
Dude,
these?
No
Jinko.
wonder I dressed like a preppy kid.
My
Who thought
favorite.
this up?
My favorite Jinko was the ones I had were those are yours, Jim, right? That one that guy was holding, I think, had the up top right. Isn't that kangaroo
I don't know. Can't
peeking out of the back?
maybe.
The ones I had were blue corduroys, big
Yeah.
giant ones.
Remember, I had a pair of khaki corduroys that I loved.
And they had it was like graffiti Jinko writing on the back pocket.
Guess what? I think you
They're
can still.
back. Join the tribe.
Oh my
Do it.
God.
Oh man.
Andrew.l.spurgeon@gmail.
Judge none, choose one.
Gmail. Sign me
So if
up,
anybody wants to
baby.
file a formal complaint against the podcast, the email address one more time.
Yes.
Yay!
Yes.
That's funny.
Oh, they're back.
Finally.
Dude, I want that.
All is right with
I
the
kind of want
world.
that hoodie. That's dope.
I'm not cool enough to wear shit like that.
Ooh, here's what happens when you wear Jinkos in 2016.
Do they call you a...
But the world wasn't ready. So he goes from. Yeah,
That's beautiful, dude.
That is funny as hell.
Remember those hats, too?
Yeah, bucket hats.
Yeah.
I think I had one.
Made popular by grumpy old men.
Fads confuse me.
Oh,
there was
okay.
a trucker hat fad for a while.
Oh,
Like, it's just-
yeah, these aren't the K. That's the Bulldog.
Oh, the bulldog.
Yeah.
Yep. Baker had one of those.
Mm-hmm.
The Jinko had a message board,
Judge none, choose one.
and I would hang out on the Jinko message board. I remember. It's called the graffiti wall.
Dude, I remember that. They had chat rooms and stuff.
Back in the
Yup.
days of chat rooms.
Yeah.
And I would be there most nights.
Dial-up internet.
Dial-up internet.
Oh,
Lord knows how
God.
many pedophiles I probably talked
Message
to
boarding.
trying to meet a girl.
Message boarding and asking for ICQ numbers.
Yeah.
What's your ICQ number, yo?
Oh, I'm glad you brought that up because that's. Let's look at ICQ.
Who made
quick.
that? Mirabilis?
Oh, I don't know. ICQ.com.
That was they had like a little flower icon.
Yeah,
and
there it is.
Yeah.
There it
Oh
is.
my God,
Yeah,
that
Mirabilis.
brings back memories.
Oh,
That's insane.
Man, I don't know how many people I.
Well, this is too current here.
yeah. No.
Here we go.
Yup.
That's the one.
Yep.
Dude, we should download that again if you can.
I have vivid and distinct memories of this ICQ and listening to Red Hot Chili Peppers, just chatting away, hoping to talk to girls.
Hoping to talk to a girl.
Yep.
Like,
that was all about.
For hours.
You remember you could do
Mom's
the version
pissed
of
because I've got the phone line tied up.
the version of poking where it would make their screen
yeah.
Yeah.
wobble.
Speaking of that, remember the things you could send where it pops out the CD drive? You want a free cup holder?
Yeah. Yep.
God, those are the good old days. And you had the AOL.
Yeah.
It went to
Whole
AOL.
platform.
I didn't get into AOL until I went to college,
Oh,
and
really?
then all my friends had AIM there,
Did
and
you guys
so
do MSN Messenger? at all?
MSN.
MSN
A
was
little
what I
bit.
did after ICQ.
Yeah, ditto.
Yep, that one.
But that was different because you kind of had to know people in order to chat them. And ICQ, you could just randomly chat people.
I had so
Chat
many.
stranger, ASL.
I had so many nervous nights talking to a girl and just agonizing over what should I say, and then it's just awkward. You're
Yeah, I
like,
was the exact same way.
oh my God, that brings back so many memories.
That was my dating life through high school was
so many memories.
chatting with strange, probably old men on ICQ.
Oh, so funny. Well,
Sad
yeah.
but true.
I think we've all been there. You know.
Yeah, MSN
Messaging.
ran off of your Hotmail account.
Yep.
Yep.
Spurge101 at Hotmail.
I still have my Hotmail.
My
Don't use
my
it,
AIM one was Rockstar Spurge.
Yeah, but that was how it was. Yeah, it'd be like all the dudes would just be sort of sitting around talking to each other.
Yeah.
And then hope that some chick would get on.
Yep, and then everyone would spam
Yeah,
them.
and everyone would just.
Spam them hard.
That's 100% right. Who you talking to? Oh, this guy. Oh, what do you like him? What are you guys talking about?
Yeah.
Talking to Trevor? Huh?
Yeah, it's exactly
Yeah.
so many memories.
Absolutely.
Oh, it's insane.
Good times.
God, the shit that we did as kids.
Mm-hmm. Well, should we get back to commercials?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I'm sure he thinks I'm a kid. She must think I'm a total nerd. Every time I see her, she just
Oh, those sneaks.
He's got this hair that kind of goes bloop. So do you like her? She's okay, I guess. Yeah, you like her. I'm around her, I just don't know what to say. Oh, look who's here.
She's just munching a Big Mac.
See, I told you she didn't like me. Is he calling you?
Oh God, I remember this.
Oh, ick. I remember the taste of that.
Crest Sparkle.
Ugh.
I remember it was awful. It's like some
Literally had
blue
glitter.
sparkled
Glitter-
bubblegummy
glitter
flavor. Yeah.
Well, yeah, like think of the depth of the different stuff that they try to plug and get kids to buy. 'Cause
Yeah.
They knew every kid in America was plopped in front of a TV somewhere.
Yep.
And we can make a cartoon character for toothpaste.
Isn't it funny? Because now, if you watch any like real TV and the commercials, it's all old people geared towards old people.
Yeah.
It is not
It
geared towards
is.
children anymore.
No.
It's so true. It's all just hemorrhoids and
Hemorrhoid
blood
cream
pressure
and blood pressure, and do you have mesothelioma?
Yeah, right.
And yep.
That's nuts.
Thinking about Godzilla. Godzilla makes me think of Robert Perkins.
Oh yeah.
Burt Perkins.
Bert, yeah, he's
was-
going by Bert these days.
He was stoked about the Godzilla movie. He liked it. I added him on Facebook.
shitty-
We're buds now.
the
The new,
Oh my God.
the new Godzilla flick.
like the
that's out.
'98 Godzilla.
No, the one that came out.
Oh,
just
the newest
today or like last week or something.
one. Okay.
That's showing at the drive-in right now.
Way to go, Bert.
Burt Perkins.
I've never been there.
Was the '90s when they started to bastardize old songs?
Probably. Yeah.
Probably.
Because that was the Locomotion song.
Yeah.
Was that in the 90s, I wonder?
I feel like that was an older one. Maybe it was '90s though.
I still remember the music video to that.
Remember when they switched from the toothpaste tubes to the pumps?
Skip ahead.
Yeah, pumps
here a
was
little
big.
bit.
I had to have a
Aquafresh.
pump. I had to.
With trapdoor and rapid launch Batmobile attack. Or reveal the explosive workings of the Riddler's heavily armored
It's like
hideout.
Polly Pockets for boys.
No, there is
Sold
one.
separately.
Something Max. Mighty Max.
Mighty Max.
Mighty Max, yeah, I
Yeah,
had.
that was the male
Male Polly
Male Polly
Pocket.
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 yeah.
I had a ton of those things.
I had a few of them.
What's this Batman from?
Fight for the galaxy with the incredible weapons of the Jedi Knights.
You had one of those,
Luke
Jim.
Skywalker lights.
You had more
Dude,
than one of those.
Epic lightsaber battles in the
Yeah, I remember
ravine.
those too.
Oh yeah.
With the real life sounds when they hit each other, they.
So there is a video which is floating around, which I believe I have the only copy of.
Yep.
It's on VHS, starring myself, Andrew Spurgeon,
Craig Moreau,
Kreger,
Andy Hamilton.
Andy Hamilton.
Yep.
I think maybe somebody else is in
Lester
there.
might have
Maybe Derek,
talked
maybe,
Derek
yeah.
into it or something.
I kind of doubt it was Derek because he was always too cool for us.
Right. But
Anyways, yeah, it was like late to mid to late-ish 90s Star Wars fan fiction
Yep.
stuff.
we
and,
wrote a script,
You know, there was this.
and
yeah,
I had Coral's robe on,
Yeah, Spurge was wearing a bathrobe. and
Running-
we were running around in the ravine.
running around in the ravine with lightsabers. And this giant camcorder, and we took turns holding the camcorder. And
Right.
Hamilton was the brains of the opera.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
he had the best imagination of all of us. What with his Empire of Groover?
That's
I was
right.
going to say, a little bit of a tangent, but do you remember his nation?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that.
the Empire of Groover.
I remember
we
going
talked
to a couple
about
meetings.
just checking it out.
Yeah, I
His
I
micro
remember
na-
going along with Tay. That we
Tay
had,
was
they were
a-
like
yeah.
committee meetings.
Oh, that's right. Taylor was in it.
Yeah, Trev, you were at the Constitutional Convention, I remember.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
being at a couple of them. It's like, what in the hell
Yeah, dude, the
is
micronation.
this?
It doesn't get. I mean, I think getting into micronations sort of out nerds like even
Everything.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Everything.
I mean, like, what's the nerdiest thing you can think of? And
To create a political society.
to sit down, yeah. I mean, to sit out and start drafting a constitution, and they'll think, okay, well, I need at least like 10 people to put my tribunal together and blah.
Oh man, Hamilton, I love that kid. He's like a Buddhist monk now,
Keon.
homie, out in Colorado.
Yeah.
Librarian, but like just got into Buddhism and got sworn in or whatever the other day and got his robes.
Yep.
Interesting.
Good stuff.
Saber and the new Darth Vader lightsaber, both with blazing extendable light blades and 3 real movie sounds. Flash
3
and
real
strike.
movie
Star Wars
sounds.
lightsabers. Batteries not included. Each sold separately from Kenner.
Oh, that was always it too. Batteries not included.
Gak lovers, now
God,
you can...
Gak.
Gak. Dude, I had a lot of Gak. And that shit made a mess.
I was more into the
Floam. Do you remember Floam?
Floam tried to be cool.
Yeah. Floam was like the
was
crappy step cousin of Gak.
Yeah. Gak, you can make the best fart noises.
Yeah.
Oh, man, just...
I was never into Gak. It was always that peanut putty that you'd copy newspapers with.
Oh, Silly Putty.
Silly Putty.
Silly Putty, yeah.
Yeah.
Funnies on it, yeah, and then stretch out, Archie's head.
Yeah.
Gak was dope.
Gak was dope.
Make your own Gak. With the Nickelodeon Make Your Own Gak Lab. It's easy.
Never had
Pump in the
this.
water, add the secret ingredients, and in
Yeah, I don't
minutes,
remember
fresh
that.
homemade
Ingredients
Gak.
and mix.
So like chemically, what do you think this stuff is, Spurge? Do you have any idea?
I have no idea. All it is probably is just like glue and glue. I mean, it's basically like colored glue that's not sticky.
Mm-hmm.
So they add some like starch base or something to coat the whole thing. And
Yeah, because I remember Gak being like more runny than Silly Putty.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
but you could snap it though, still like
Mm-hmm.
silly putty.
There was a certain kind of a moist quality to it.
Yes,
Yeah.
I recall.
that would come off on your hands. Your hands
Right.
would feel all
Moist.
like goobery.
You can mix your favorite Gak colors and smells.
Oh man, that was so much
Yeah, we
Gak
can
on that
fast forward
chick.
through the rest of this commercial.
Yeah, I could see like a Gak making a comeback in like the kinky sex universe.
Well,
or
the
something,
kids,
huh?
dude,
That's a good idea.
dude, the kids are into slime now.
Slime.
Slime.
Yeah, homemade slime.
They make slime with Elmer's glue and freaking
His kids did that.
cornstarch or some shit.
Yep.
There is a girl who is a friend of one of my co-pharmacist kids who has like 50 pounds of this stuff in 5-gallon buckets that she's
slime?
made. Because you make slime and then you watch people on YouTube play with the slime. And that's the thing. Like people make this slime and then, we're going to put these little glowy beads in this one. Ooh, let's touch it. That's satisfying. It's weird. It's a thing.
Coolest thing I ever got into was like the rubber cement balls.
Yeah,
You
those-
just fucking paint your hands
Paint
with
your
it,
hand and then
rub them together, smell it.
Craziness.
of course.
Skip
Get a
ahead
nice
here a
little
little
rip.
bit.
Yeah, take us a ways.
Cookie Crisp.
Is that still around?
Oh yeah, Cookie Crisp
Oh yeah,
is still
Cookies
big.
Crisp is.
Okay.
Yeah.
My kids eat all the same
I was-
shit I do. My kids eat no new cereal.
I was never
It's the
allowed to
same
eat sugar
shit I ate.
cereals, so I was, Grape Nut Special K Cheerios.
Oh,
I did get Kicks.
Ooh.
Honey Nut Cheerios.
Man, you were missing out, man.
Lucky
Oh,
Charms,
dude.
brah.
I was, and I still got fat. So
Fruity
didn't
Pebbles.
My
make a
kids are
difference.
fruity pebbles,
Fruity
and cinnamon toast.
Pebbles.
Have you ever had fruity a Rice Krispie bars, but you make it with
Fruity Pebbles.
Oh yeah, those are good.
Yeah.
Those are good.
It's like the best food
I
ever.
can't remember the name of the there was like a stoner sandwich shop in Iowa City that sold those,
I'm not surprised.
and it was so good.
Presents. Oh no. More of the Golden Boy.
Golden Grams.
When a sweet swirl of honey hits a big bunch of graham.
I remember that
crunch. You're not just good.
Milk, please.
You're golden.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Golden Grams, the golden part of your complete breakfast.
Yeah, that kid's so cool.
There's a
remember
commercial featuring the rap song.
Yep, that was classic.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
fire up your pocket and watch the skies for the flying saucer that really flies.
Oh,
I remember those.
There's a cool water gun you could aim it 3 ways.
It's a cool water gun. You can aim it 3 ways.
I remember these.
Dude, just those rap songs, like just the cheesy, was made like by a dad in middle management. We're gonna make an urban song.
Yeah, this song, exactly. It's just a rip-off
exactly
of
how it was
Basketball
said,
by
too.
Curtis Blow.
Right.
Basketball is my favorite sport. I like the way they dribble up and down the court.
Okay, funny story about Curtis Blow, real quick. I was working in Kansas City, in this just ghetto ass hospital that I've talked about before, Southside. One of my techs is probably this like upper 50s, small little black chick who's just sassy. Doesn't like any of the other pharmacists. For some reason, she likes me. And one of the other pharmacists had heard me rapping. I rapped Nelly one night in the pharmacy because we were dead and put on Nelly. And so they told her about it. And so she came and she like Snapchatted me to all of her homegirls. And then she's like, I used to date Curtis Blow, right? I'm like, what? She goes, oh, yeah. I went on tour with him for like 2 years and we just hung out and, I was his girlfriend. I'm like, you were one of how many girlfriends? And she just, oh, you're bad. You're crazy. Because isn't he the one like, Blow? Saying white lines, I think.
The only Curtis Blow song I know is the basketball one. So, but yeah.
He had a couple. But she was super adamant that she was his girlfriend. Wasn't.
Bold claim.
There's your claim to fame, Spurge. You
hung out with Curtis Blow's girlfriend.
Yeah. We'll skip ahead some more here.
Call now to order battle.
Oh, these were fun.
Oh, I remember crap like this.
Yeah.
It was like the Velcro and
we just played with this last weekend.
Did you
Tay
really?
And I did. Not this, but the same. We got the tennis ball. It's all Velcro.
The same concept?
Hand paddles.
Oh, yeah.
We broke them.
Yeah.
Of course, you threw too hard.
I threw too hard.
Oh, I thought it was because Taylor's just a big oaf.
Yeah, wow. Fell on it.
Yeah.
No.
Classic Tay.
God damn it, Tay.
I feel sorry for him now.
$24.95. So what would that cost
Shit.
now?
$49.95.
Steep toy.
It's like $50, dude.
$24.95 in 90s money. Yeah, I think we're talking like
$50.
With
40,
toy,
50
toy
bucks.
inflation. 'Cause
Yeah.
toy inflation is different than the regular inflation. I'd say $49.95.
Probably right.
I never got those.
Yeah.
I didn't either.
I had a bomb Super Soaker, though.
Super Soakers were legit.
3 tanks.
Recently went squirt gun shopping. Market sucks these days.
No good, huh?
It's all cheap shit.
Yeah.
It's all cheap shit.
See, back in the day.
Bad.
Our Super Soakers, I could throw against the concrete driveway,
Yeah.
stomp on it, drive
God.
over it, and it'd still pump water.
And mine had the backpack.
Yeah.
Backpack coming in. I was coming in hot, dude.
Cole always had that.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Cole always had the I had these
backpack
little
one.
squirt. Cole's like,
Yep.
Colmo.
So basically a fire hose. Oh yeah, we had some epic Super Soaker battles out here in the neighborhood.
Yeah, you guys would have a lot of
A
cover.
lot of room. Yeah, we'd get in that space between Adams and Derek's and just be running around in circles.
Shoot Christina Stengel in the face.
Big time.
Nice.
I got a quick Super Soaker story. So Derek and I were dicking around Super Soakers or whatever, and I think Emily was like trying to tan on the trampoline or something, and we were spraying her with the squirt guns, and so she gets mad and goes and gets Carla, right? And Derek and I are standing in the driveway kind of by the front door, and Carla and Emily come out, and Carla's like, Derek, bawling him out and all that stuff. And Emily's kind of like standing with her hand on her hip, like, ha, 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 Derek.
I remember that look. Yeah.
Derek gets the squirt gun and shoots Emily right in the crotch and just, lays into her. So it looks like she wet her pants right as Carla's standing there. And I'm just like, ah!
Just terrified because Carla.
Oh, yeah.
She'd go nuclear on you.
Carla was. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
I think I probably had to take off running on that one.
Yep.
Oh, that's funny.
Smart move.
I can picture that.
Derek
too.
was ballsy, man.
Oh, yeah, ballsy. Yeah, he had no problem. Well, should we do another couple of commercials, or did you guys want to do movies quick, or how much time do we have
Let's
here?
talk movies. I mean, we're already at 10:30.
Yeah.
20.
I'm fading.
We'll go 90s movies real fast.
Well, let's just talk about Jurassic Park.
That was the first Jurassic Park was great.
That changed everything.
It did.
I think I'm having a hard time.
Actually, we could just leave
separating my decades.
Leave it right here.
Yeah, we could leave it right here.
Original Jurassic Park was like 93.
Pulp Fiction was a fantastic movie that I wasn't allowed to watch until I was older.
Home Alone.
Wow,
series.
Toy Story was 95. That was way back.
Yeah, that's older than I
It
feel like. Lion King was big. Yeah.
Terminator.
Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
Home Alone. Home Alone was very 90s.
Titanic. First time I saw a titty.
Yeah, same.
With Leanne.
Oh, no, I didn't do it with Leanne. I went by myself on like a Wednesday because I couldn't go with all my friends that went Friday, Saturday.
Leanne rented VHS.
And you rented?
watched
I went
it
to it in
together.
theater. And I sat in front of all these hillbillies, and Kate Winslet showed her titty. And they go, woo!
That's funny.
Paint me like one of your French girls.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't watch the scary ones. I watched Scream,
Ghostface.
maybe.
Scream. My boys are obsessed with Ghostface.
Silence of the
They love
Lambs
the
is
face,
probably
the
one of the
Ghostface,
better
Pennywise.
movies to come out of the
Oh,
90s.
really?
period. That and
Never seen a
I
scary
also
movie?
really like Seven.
Obsessed.
Really? They've never seen scary movies, but they just like the masks and stuff?
Obsessed. Today we were at Walmart buying bullshit, and in the movie aisle, and Reed grabs me by the hand, drags me over to show me a Saw movie in the box. He goes, "You know who that is?"
Oh, yeah.
It's like, "Yeah, that's Saw." No, that's Jigsaw. It's like, I don't know why you know this.
Oh,
A little creeped out.
boy. Hook.
The Big Lebowski was another one
Hook.
that I really
Yeah, that
grew
was
to
here.
appreciate
There we go.
in the
I didn't
last-
see it. I didn't see it
but-
till college.
Yeah.
But then I've probably seen it 200 times
Oh, it's
since.
a fantastic movie. I need to get that sweater.
They're like $200.
I still need to get that sweater.
Yeah, it's an
It's worth it.
expensive
Aaron
thing.
Rodgers wears one. I can wear one.
Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers spent more time on the Game of Thrones set than he did in the playoffs last year.
Well, that's kind of true.
Boom.
I like it. I like
Nice.
it. Being a
Hook
Bears fan.
though. Hook.
So,
And Mrs. Doubtfire.
okay,
Just bought
real
Hook
quick.
on DVD today.
Robin
for
Williams.
$3.94.
Everybody's favorite 90s movie. What was it?
Oh, no.
Independence Day screamed 90s to me.
Yeah,
That was
It does scream
fantastic.
90s.
I'm having
Yeah.
a hard time separating because Die Hard in that genre was 80s, right?
Well, it started in the 80s, but
Yeah, some of the
carried
new
over
ones
to the
though.
90s.
I'm saying I'm trying to separate.
Independence Day 4 was a huge. I feel like there were so many movies that were huge jumps in like graphics, effects.
Yeah.
Because Jurassic Park had that. Those aren't even. That's not computer, man. That's a real freaking dinosaur that they made.
Blair Witch Project.
Yeah.
But
it was
if you go
classic.
back, there's only 17 minutes of dinosaurs on Jurassic Park. Hour and a half movie, 17 minutes.
I would have to say either
Dumb and Dumber.
Forrest Gump or A River Runs Through It would be my 90s movie.
Okay.
Or Biodome.
Biodome was so
Biodome was so funny. Wayne's World. Oh, Space Jam. Though.
We just watched
Yeah,
Space Jam with
Space
the boys.
Jam.
We
Did they
just
love
watched
it?
last week. Yes.
It's still good.
And the soundtrack.
The music is
fantastic.
so
Yes.
good in that.
Yep.
That has Mark Kelly.
Yep.
I believe I
Oh,
can
Good Will
fly.
Hunting. That was a phenomenal movie.
Woo!
Mrs. Doubtfire. Watch the hell of that one.
It's not
Oh,
good.
dude, when she had the fake baby
Yes,
bra on.
yeah.
he, Robin Williams. Hook, though.
Spurs, can
Rufy,
you pick a favorite?
Rufy, Rufy. I mean, best is probably The Matrix for me.
Yeah,
That was a fantastic movie.
That was.
Changed things. I watched it, I think, at Cole or Derek's with you for the first time.
Yeah.
I think it was Derek's, actually.
I
Yeah,
watched it
Derek
with
was huge into
Andy
it.
Inman and Chad Anderson.
Yeah.
But I think most 90s pop would be 10 Things I Hate About You.
Oh, that's
Okay.
good.
That was super 90s
That's a
pop.
good one.
Good movie.
That was, yeah.
Had Alex Mack in it.
That's a good
She's
one.
so good looking.
That's a good
She
one.
turned into a
Isn't that
puddle.
the same vein as
a puddle
Chasing
of
Amy
metal.
and
Yeah.
Trev, can you pick one?
Oh,
I
kind
don't know
of.
if I
Less
can,
lesbians.
honestly. I'm a big movie guy. There's too many, quite honestly.
Too many good ones? Yeah.
Well, I mean, I didn't even. When I think 90s, though, I don't think Goodfellas. I don't think Silence of the Lambs, because those are just like classics.
When
Those
it's
are
complete.
time eternal for me.
You'd have to cut into genres for you and try to pick favorites.
well,
too,
that
'cause
yeah,
there's
that's
too
true.
many.
That's very true.
Yep. Okay.
Home Alone.
For me,
Forrest Gump?
yeah. For me, it's Jurassic Park. That spawned like a 4-year.
Oh, I remember
obsession
you
with
and dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. Yep. I gotta roll with that one.
I can.
I think
can
I watched
understand
that over here first.
Probably.
Because I didn't
A
see
lot of
that.
people did.
I didn't see that in theaters. Fight
All
Club is
right.
99. I thought that was earlier
Yeah, I
than
don't remember
that.
that.
Yeah.
So many good ones, man.
Never seen Edward Scissorhands.
Good movie.
Well, I think it was a success. We could probably do more and more of these all the time because
Maybe
we
we'll-
I love the
tip of the
80s.
iceberg.
Should we let Butthole Kyle be in on one? I don't know.
Maybe we'll see.
We could do another 90s one.
Yeah, we always could.
I'm gonna wrestle him.
Yeah.
We could talk about 90s wrestling. Dude, I was super huge into professional wrestling.
Oh
Too
my God.
sweet.
Yeah, NWO baby.
Oh yeah. I was a D-Generation X guy though.
Yeah.
Yeah, X-Pac.
Alrighty, fellas. Thank
We
you.
got 2 words
Thanks
for
being
you.
on.
Yeah.
Been another episode of
Suck
Project
it.
Ion Podcast.
You remember when that was
Let's,
straight up banned at school?
Yeah.
Play us out
Oh,
with
yeah.
some Frasier.
You could not do this.
Yep, Diamond Cutter.
Hey baby, I hear the blues are calling. Toss salads and scrambled eggs.